Up go.
It went fine. The alarm went off, and I got up, and here I am. Yeah. So, but it was nice to sleep in my own bed.
Yeah. I always consider it a win when I wake up the same way that I laid down. And what I mean by that is I wake up in my bed
Alive.
without children on top of me. That's the way it goes is you fall asleep. The kids wake up at some point in the night or the early morning hours, and they zombie walk and just crawl on top of you.
Yeah, I never really had that, fortunately. But
our kids love zombie walking to the big bed. Especially Monkey. Finn doesn't do it as much as Monkey now. If Monkey cracks one eye, she's like, gotta seek and destroy mom. Where's mom? I gotta find mom now.
It might have been, the kids would have done it. We usually took them back to their bed, and we didn't let them sleep in our bed with us. But that was just us.
Yeah, Kyle was big on them sleeping with her. It's highly not recommended. You're going to roll over. You're going to blah. No, it worked out great.
I was more about trying to keep wanting to keep clear boundaries of like, no, this is my space. Not literally, but at the time, I think we were using MySpace. Who knows?
I got to tell you, that's about where I was at, but it wasn't one of those things I was going to argue with.
Yeah, they pick our battles sometimes.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely one that I went that route with. Like, yeah, it'll be fine, whatever. Luckily, it worked out. No kids were rolled over on top of and suffocated.
No kids were eliminated during this.
None.
Man,
no, they all made it.
So,
tell me the story, Rob. How did it go?
Well, once upon a time, there was a man, and he fell in love with a woman.
Can we fast forward to the graduation?
Oh,
we need to fast forward 22 years. Yeah, or 24 years. Fast forward. And this was it KMEC?
22 actually on this one. Yeah, 22.
Since you met your wife till this past weekend.
Oh, no. 22 is just the birth of this child.
Yeah. That's why I bumped it up to 24. Well, I know you met her longer ago than that, but got married.
Oh God, yeah. I've been married. This coming up is my 30th anniversary is coming soon.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been a few years since I was 16. Anyways, when I met her, I met her before that. Before we started dating. How's that? Jeez,
that's a long time ago too.
I always say
you're always one of those young love couples, right?
Well, 16 is young, yeah. Yes. I would say so. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think most people start dating before. I mean, you start like crushing on people probably around like that 12, 14, but dating, like you got to about be 16 to be able to go out and do things.
Started dating at 14.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That start crushing and get your parents to take you and drop you off at the mall and see a movie kind of thing.
Yeah, we're gonna go meet you at the movie theater. Yeah.
I think that's awesome. Like you and your wife like started together and you'll end together. That's amazing. That's the kind of shit that people should aspire for.
Well, I dated other people first. I mean, but
oh yeah, it must have been real serious when you were 11 years old dating other people.
Well, we won't get into that.
But I'll meet you in the sandbox, Sally.
No, I had several girlfriends and some that were serious for a while before that.
Can I share that hula hoop?
But when I say I was 16 when I started dating her, I was 16 for like 7 days, and then I turned 17. So, anyways,
still 16, man.
Yeah, exactly. It still
That's
counts.
What the judge would say.
But yeah, no, it's. We always joke that when people ask us about questions about like being together, how do you do this, that? It was like, we just don't know any better. We were kids, and then we were together, and that's it. There literally is nothing else. It's like, so it's all you know. So you just so you've learned over time how to live with each other and how to be, and it's fun. And I can't imagine it any other way. Now she's still annoyingly cute and love to disturb my kids by putting on public displays of affection in front of them, and they're like, ew.
Yeah,
like, hey, how do you think you got here?
I'll just give the wife a peck by kind of thing when she's heading out or I'm heading out, and you get that from both kids. Ew.
How do you think you got here, kid? But anyways, no, the graduation was it was great to celebrate that, for it to happen and be done paying for it. But
Yes.
But obviously the weekend was less than ideal. But we drove up. It's about a just over a 6-hour drive.
About 6-7.
No, it's about 6 hours and 15 minutes from where we're at to where we were staying in Medford. And then I got to visit some comic book shops up there. Visited Rogue City Comics, which I've gone to before. I love Rogue City Comics. Great shop.
Where's this at?
It's in Medford, Oregon.
Medford, Oregon.
Yeah, it's one of the bigger towns in Oregon. Has an airport and everything, and not just a puddle jumper. But so there it's a fun shop. It's got a lot of great prices on back bin books. So I picked up a ton of books, and then they're next door. They share a building with a place called a Retro Wormhole, and it's just
that sounds
filled
cool.
with the Retro Wormhole is just filled with all kinds of old toys and media. So cassette tapes, vinyl, CDs, DVDs, laser discs, VHS. What, Mark, you would have gone bonkers in there on physical media. I mean, it's just like, it's all, some of it's used, some of it's still sealed.
That's crazy.
And it video games, all old video game consoles, old video games, just stickers. I mean, just anything you can imagine from your childhood, that shit's there.
So it's like dead media that you see me post or talk about from time to time.
Probably there's no books or anything there, but
bookless dead media. Yeah.
Lots of vinyl nowadays.
We were at the past weekend at Heroes. I was talking to Lynx because his son-in-law he's a full-time reseller, and we were kind of talking about like the stuff that he gets and chases after, and he said vinyl's the number one thing.
It's big again.
Yeah, since he said that, because I knew it was popular, because it's in stores, it's in big box stores. Walmart has a vinyl section, Target has a vinyl section, Second and Charles has a massive one, all of that stuff. But now I was at Walmart last night after dinner, and I noticed like I'm walking around looking in the movies, and no less than 4 or 5 people walked up and just flipped through their vinyls and then walked out. Like they're looking for something specific kind of thing. That's crazy. Not one person joined me while I was there looking at movies. Not one. But they all, because the vinyl like shares the aisle. It has a section on the same aisle, but everyone else who stepped on that aisle flipped through the vinyls, and I noticed it for the first time. I'm like, this stuff isn't just back; it's like popular.
There's a lot of people that are really getting it back into it. So, but then there was another place we went to called I think it was like Astral Gaming or something. I'd been to them before. But they bought an old bank building, and they had converted the bank, of course, it means the vault and everything else.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when I went in there, they had put all their effort into setting up their gaming and their cards that they didn't have comics out yet. And when I asked them, because the whole shop looked full, he goes, "Oh yeah, no, it's just the comics aren't out yet, but when they do, they'll be downstairs in the basement." So it's like the comics are like the afterthought down in the basement. And I don't know what the basement looks like because it couldn't go down there. But it's like the main floor was nothing but like board games and display cases full of Pokemon cards and
your favorite.
And Magic cards and other trading card games type stuff. And I get it. If that's what's making you money, great.
That's awesome.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. But the main event was Saturday.
Son had a medical emergency couple weeks
I
ago.
just read that.
Yeah, it says he's doing all better, man. That's fantastic to hear, dude. Super great to hear. 100%. Good morning, Becker. Good to see you, my friend. Hello, hello. But it sounds like it was a successful trip. How was the graduation?
Yeah, so it says it's not Saturday. So graduation was one of those things where it's like they ahead of time they're telling us like, oh, you know, it's well attended and space is limited and this, and my parents were getting worried about it somewhat because my dad is new to being handicapped. He can't walk very far. He has to have a cane and all this other stuff, and he's had multiple replacements done and various different things, and so he's no spring chicken. And so he's like, oh, I gotta make sure I get clothes, this, that, and the thing. I said, okay, great, fine. Look, the information they sent is the stadium opens at 7 a.m. The kids are supposed to start showing up at 7. The ceremony starts at 9, or 8:45 is processional. There I go, and it designated a couple parking lots that were right next to the stadium that are for handicap parking.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm hearing concern when I should be hearing excitement for premium parking.
Well, except that it was limited, and grandparents and stuff showing up to these events. We had already done the ceremony for my son and knew that when I went to my son's graduation from university, we thought, okay, it starts at this time, we can show up at that time, or it starts opening at this time. And when we showed up, I mean, there was like massive line, and we're like, oh my goodness. So I said, okay, fine. Look, it says 7, so let's just target to be there at 6:30, and hopefully that'll be early enough. I didn't really kind of equate the fact that 6:30 in the morning is different than 3:30 in the afternoon for people showing up right when it opens or something. So at 6:30 we show up there, and there's like one car in the parking lot, and they obviously waved us in. And we pulled in and parked.
Mission accomplished, Rob. Mission accomplished.
Well, I mean, it didn't bug me none, but obviously waking up 6:30 in the morning, it's 4:45 right now, so here we are. We parked next to this other old lady, and she promptly locks her keys and her phone in her car.
Good for her.
So now she needs help. So I walk over. There's 2 cops standing there at the entrance waving people in. Now one of them's like, probably the academy, whatever, and the other one's, it's campus police, whatever. But they're state police because it's a state school.
Yeah, so I walk all the same.
So I walk over to them and say, hey, this lady, she locked her keys in her car or whatever. So anyway, you guys can call somebody or something.
Call a locksmith.
Oh, we don't have anything. You have to call a tow truck. Really? I just told you she locked her phone and her keys in her car, and your response is, oh, I should call the tow truck? You can't help her? Wow. So we go back, and my wife.
I hope you wrote them a strongly worded letter already.
It's in process.
In development.
So my wife calls AAA because lady had AAA. So my wife calls them, and my wife decides, since I got my parents with me and everything, she's just go set up spaces and whatnot, and I'll stay here with this lady. AAA says that it's going to be like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're there that early in the morning. Thank God y'all had something fun to do instead of just standing around doing nothing.
Well, let's just. Have you ever waited for a tow truck when they said it's going to be 20 minutes?
I have, but I live in the South, so they got here in 19.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, when AAA says it's going to be 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes late, you can get a hold of them.
Yeah, exactly. And so, my wife's there for God knows how long. And we're sitting out there. We camp out. So we walk in the stadium. They tell us which side. Oh, hey, your kid's gonna come walking down this side of the stadium. So we go over there. We get seats 50-yard line on the field, under the overhang. The seats already have backrests, even though I brought stadium chairs to have backrests. But that's okay. Now I've got cushion to sit on.
Now you have 2 backrests for both your backs.
Yeah. So I'm feeling like, okay, it's good. But damn, Well, the air temperature was fine. It was only about 70 degrees, 72 degrees. The solar radiation, even with we had the overhang, but the sun was coming up in front of us.
What state is this? Idaho?
Oregon.
Oregon.
So the sun was just beating on us.
You just feel it.
Yeah, everything just starts heating up from the sun, even though the air temperature is low, and it just starts getting intense. So thank God I put sunblock on like multiple times. It was crazy. But my wife I finally called my wife at one point. It's like, hey honey, they're going to start the ceremony in like 15 minutes. What's going on? She'd been out there for over an hour. And she tells us, the lady just now remembered her son's phone number. And so she called the woman's son, because the tow truck still hadn't shown up. And it was like, it had been like almost 2 hours. So yes, quick 20 minutes.
He did.
And then so once the sun showed up, my wife was able to come join us just in time for the ceremony. So after that, it was just another short 2 hours of sitting there listening to them rattle off everybody's names and
accomplishments.
Yeah. Well, not really accomplishments, just rattle off names. So-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. It's amazing how many kids don't show up for graduation, though. When you're like reading, because you're like reading along in the program, list everybody's names, but they only read off the ones that show up.
The awful tundra rainforest in Washington and Oregon.
It was 100 degrees in the afternoon. And the worst part is up there in Washington, Oregon, a lot of places don't have air conditioning because they're so used traditionally that part of the country didn't need air conditioning. It's only nowadays it's been getting hotter and hotter. More and more places are starting to get it, but you go into a restaurant like the Black Bear Diner we went into one night. It was like, ugh. Black Bear Diner, by the way, Mark, is like Cracker Barrel, but for the Pacific Northwest.
That's a W. That's a win. Yeah. There should be more restaurants like Cracker Barrel and Black Bear Diner. They're delicious. Yeah.
So Black Bear Diner is like the lumberjack version of Cracker Barrel.
That's pretty cool.
Not as many of the southern things.
We had a hot snap across everywhere this past weekend. Mm-hmm. So it's been pretty, dude. This has been like the coolest summer we've had in like the past 5 summers. And I know like summer really kicks off. It's still going up, but by June, we're like triple digits every day. Normally we haven't even hit 90s, but a few days we're normally in the upper 80s. We have that whole 9-day stretch with thunderstorms every day. We're in another one right now. So it's while the humidity gets god awful down here in the swamp, the temperature being low is a thing. Like, dude, in Charlotte, like last year, everyone was surprised with how everyone from around down here was surprised how cool it was. And then this year, like we're gonna do that. It looked like we're doing the same thing again, but it like popped 97 degrees on Friday or Saturday, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I'm dying!" And it was hilarious because we went out Friday night, and we're walking around, and everyone's like, "God, it's hot." And me and Kyle are like, "Y'all chill. There's a breeze. It feels fine." They're like, "A breeze? How does a breeze help?" And I point out, if that breeze stops, you'll know the difference. And then comes Saturday, we go out to this venue to start like watching the game and get dinner, and we're sitting outside. There ain't no breeze, Rob. Everyone's dying. I'm like, that's the difference a breeze makes. The
air movement helps.
It's the difference of life and death down here. You got a breeze, you're going to be okay.
That was the same thing at the stadium. Like every time there was a little bit of a breeze, you're like, all of a sudden you're like, oh, stop. You're like, no.
Yeah.
My kids said it sucked the worst. I mean, obviously the graduates had it the worst because they're all wearing black robes and black hats, sitting out in the middle of the field, and on folding chairs, that are packed together with all these other graduates and stuff. I said, well, how was it down there on the field? She saw it stank.
Oh God.
If you can imagine being stuck in the con for 2.5 hours, not moving, just in a line of mashed people. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, one's done. They stayed up there. They still live in Oregon. They have an apartment with their partner. And so Their partner has another year of school, so fortunately they're not moving back in. Yes. Yeah, Stand By Me was recorded in Astoria. I think Astoria is very popular. Also, Astoria is where they filmed Goonies and where they filmed Short Circuit 2, I think it was.
Johnny Number 5.
Yeah. Anyways, I've been to Astoria. That's part of their, like when on one of the cruise ships stopped in Astoria, and it was a part of one of their packages was to
you see like all the rocks out there on the water and stuff and everything.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Go to the take the Goonies tour or something. I don't know. Kindergarten Cop too. Okay.
Oh yeah, Without a Paddle. That movie is hilarious. Thanks for breaking glass where my kids play. Yeah, I love Kindergarten Cop. What's going on, George? Astoria, Queens, New York?
Yeah, most definitely not.
Not that one.
It's hard to cruise from San Francisco to New York.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 miles more.
Thank you.
Yeah, more.
Even if you put wheels on the boat, it's more than 1,000 miles.
Well, I was just talking about just straight distance. Like without a boat.
That's what I'm saying is even if you put wheels on the boat and drove it across, it's more than 1,000 miles. Yeah.
It's a long stretch. America's huge. It's fun. Like, have you seen all? I was mentioning it Tuesday, dude. Social media has been delightful the past couple of weeks with all of the guests that we have here in the States for the World Cup and stuff. They're just
as they discovered Buc-ee's and Bass Pro Shop.
They discovered air conditioning inside buildings, which that's not common in Europe, which we take for granted. Like the things that we take for granted.
Well, they understood that we had it, but they understand why we have it now.
Yeah, I understand Mars, Rob, but I can't fathom the reality of standing on it. You know what I mean? I understand a thing called calculus exists. I can't do it.
Well, calculus is fake math.
Okay, well, perfect then.
Because and look, I can say that because I took calculus and and it's the reason why I'm not an engineer is because of calculus. It prevented me from moving forward, altered my career path tremendously. I could not grasp. I was an A student in math, but could not grasp calculus. I kept saying, when you have to make up numbers, literally, I is a fucking stands for imaginary number. It's a fucking common thing in calculus. When you have to make up an imaginary number to make your math work, it's not fucking math. It's fiction.
It's theoretical. They don't use the word fiction. They say theoretical.
Has no place in reality.
But yeah, the air conditioning stuff has been awesome and fun to see. Them praising things. Like my favorite one, because I'm super biased, is this person discovered Golden Corral, Rob. Then their post was, I just had like a transcendence experience. And they shared a plate that I would even scoff at. And I'm a Golden Corral. I ate a Golden Corral last night. But like Golden Corral, like, and someone put like, yo, imagine how bad your food has to be to think Golden Corral is the peak of the mountain kind of thing.
Right.
It's not gourmet food. It's just really good buffet food. Like
it's lots. It's just lots of food.
Yeah, well, it's also like, you know, like buffet food has its own bracket of good to bad. Like the best buffet food still is just buffet food. It's cafeteria food for the most part. You know, they're cooking fast or cooking. It's not, not quite, but you know what I mean.
The best buffet food I've ever had was top tier, but it was not a cheap buffet.
In Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fair. That's cheating.
The Bacchian buffet at Caesars, but
like
it costs over $100 a person. So it's like you can't
I'm paying 18.
I can't eat $100 worth of food.
But yeah, they discovered Waffle House. This guy was just he's like, yo, we just had the best breakfast I've ever had. And he was like, I'm at this place, Waffle House. It's 2 a.m. I just had full service breakfast. I watched them cook my food in front of me. They didn't use the word hibachi. They had another word for it. He's like, it's like a hibachi restaurant, but for breakfast food. If this came to my country, they would take over. I'm like, that's wild. And another big one is there's this couple that, because a lot of these people have come here, but they didn't plan just to come here, stay in a hotel, go to a game, go home. They planned a trip here to like travel around.
Yeah.
And this one couple got like a small Winnebago kind of thing, and they're driving around. And they started out
big, right?
Yeah, and his wife with the blonde, he's got
the beard.
Yeah. The black
Yeah,
beard and his wife's got the blonde hair. They were talking about how the South is just unbelievable to them. It's like time has slowed down. Like he's like all of them, everybody, even in New York,
yeah.
even in California, the places that we consider to be like snooty or rude or this or that, less hospitable than other ones, they're praising the people. Everyone that they meet is just so nice. This one guy was walking around a Costco. He's like, couldn't believe the size of this place. He's like, no less than 11 people have said hey to me just walking by them. Hey, what is this? What are these manners? Like I thought we were known for manners. This is crazy, but it's awesome to see how we squabble with each other and we talk our shit to each other. I pick on you for being in California because just kind of think it's fun. You know what I mean? It's fun to pick on you. It's fun to pick on links in New York about our American tropes and our American stereotypes and stuff. It's fun. But they get here and they're like, nah, this place is fucking awesome. I just like seeing how much they love it because it reminds us
that and
what we take for granted.
More fun is reminding them is the size and scope.
Yeah,
because that's always the thing.
That's what they said. They're like, dude, this country has every landscape that's ever been talked about.
Because you always get the people who say, "Why? How come you guys don't travel to other places?" It's like we do. It's just other places in our fucking country. Jesus Christ,
it's massive.
You spend a lot of time touring about. So yeah, it's fun watching it. Some of the ones have been like, the Japanese guy eating Texas barbecue.
You can visit some of the most beautiful beaches on Earth, active volcanoes, dormant supervolcanoes, and glaciers. Not to mention mountain ranges of different types of
swamps and rainforests.
Swamps, rainforests, deserts, all in America. Yeah, what these things have made me think about is like, dude, I've got to travel.
Get out of Georgia.
Yeah, I've been out of Georgia. Like,
you've been to North Carolina too, but I mean, maybe leave the South.
I've been to Florida, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Tennessee, we'll start off slow. You want to get you out of the South. Maybe go visit the Midwest.
I've been to Texas. I was close, but I was still technically in the South. I haven't left the South other than Mexico. I've been to Mexico a couple.
You've stayed below the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah, Mexico's that's just South too.
I'm not sure what that says about you here on Juneteenth, but hey,
I'm scared. I'm scared to go up north. Is the gravity pull stronger up there? Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
The nights are longer and the days days are shorter. That's what happens up north.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems so risky.
What is this? The only rest of the world likes us, U.S. is big cars. The reason we have big cars is because we drive. I mean, that's the thing is like our cars are built for American driving. And, when people, they talk about the fact that, and because I work with Europeans, half my team is European stuff. They hear when I said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to drive up to Oregon," and it's a 6.5 hour drive, and they just go, "What? How long is that going to take you?" "Oh, 6 hours." It's like fucking. We drove 3 hours. We stopped. We put some gas in the car, grabbed a burger, got back in the car, and drove the rest of the way. That was it. And it's not fathomable to them. But if I wouldn't do it if I was driving a Mini. Or or some little itty bitty thing. I'm driving in an American car. It's built for our type of driving. So
yeah, it's one of those things. Like it's just a fundamental difference in the American and European places. They have like these rail lines and they have these train systems and stuff, and those things are super limited to where those fucking tracks are.
But also the countries are small, and some of the stuff is also built on like why do they have? When you think about their smaller cars. When you get into the cities, those cities have been there for so long. A lot of times, some of those buildings have been there for so long that the roads are itty bitty, very narrow paths that have evolved from walk paths and horse paths to a road. So
put some stone on them.
It's not that way because they hate cars or anything else. It's just because
organic growth over time that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Whereas
with the train
our growth was. We got
even when you get out of the city and stuff, if you're looking at trains traveling from like out of that city, they're only going to other cities and stuff. And if you want to go somewhere off that rail, that's a whole thing you have to deal with. In America, it's fundamentally established that we have a right to travel freely and move freely through our country across states and stuff
As
like
long as
that.
you have a passport. Like,
I don't need a passport to travel in America. But we have a fundamental built-in right to travel, and like you said, like the way that we can move freely, how we the car system is just, I don't know. I wouldn't replace it, because you get on a train, you get to where you're going, you don't have transportation all of a sudden. You have to rely on others for transportation.
Well, if you have an transportation infrastructure that allows for that, that's great. But and within the confines of densely populated areas, it can, like some of the eastern seaboard or some of these big cities and stuff, it can work. But when you start getting into vastness of the west of the Mississippi, where there's a lot of empty space, it's different.
Cars are mandatory at that point. Even with California, even if y'all get that, if y'all get that rail system as originally proposed, like think of like getting like how vast California is. That place is so big.
But if you're going between business places, like between either Sacramento, San Francisco, or Los Angeles, each one of those locations has a transportation
once you get there, then you need to get out somewhere outside of it. Depends
upon where you're trying to go. If you're just going to Los Angeles area, for example, if I'm going from San Francisco to Los Angeles, within Los Angeles, there's plenty of infrastructure between either renting a car down there or taking taxis, Ubers, or taking the trains or buses or whatnot. That all exists there. But if I'm trying to go out to, say, Palm Desert, where my parents live, and I'm taking the train. The train's only good.
Bless you.
The train's not going to get me. I would have to figure out the rest of it, type of thing. But that's the same thing if I fly. So, but driving to my parents is like
from Supernatural,
like a 9-hour drive. So that's something that I only do when I'm taking the family, because it's cheaper, significantly cheaper than flying. If it's just me, I'd fly to my parents' house. Be cheaper and easier. Well, probably not cheaper, but it'd be easier, and it would be about a push.
Yeah, I feel slick jolly on this. Like when we get to Charlotte and those cities, like I park, and I'm parked for the whole time I'm there. Like there's no reason to drive anywhere. But that's, again, another one of the beauties of America. You want to live in a city, we got them. You want to live in a smaller city, we got those. You want to live in the country, we got those. You want to live in a desert, Madam lives in a desert.
My parents do, and every time they complain it's hot, I tell them to fucking suck it up. They moved to it. You moved to a town where desert is in the name.
Yeah.
Don't cry to me that it's 120 fucking degrees outside. You knew the job was dangerous when you took it, Fred.
Yeah, that's how I feel about living down here. You don't hear me complaining about wintertime when we get wintertime, and like it'd be offensive for me to do such a thing for those people who live up north and stuff. I've seen like where New York got all that snow this past year, and Canada perpetually lives on the other side of the wall from Game of Thrones. So I don't.
Except for parts of Toronto, there's a piece of Canada that's actually further south than many parts of America. But it's not to say that it doesn't get cold there. It still gets fucking brutal. That whole it's really interesting to me, because I've been up into Washington and stuff here on the West Coast. I mean, it gets cool up there, and it gets cold, but it's around the Great Lakes and the Northeast, that area, man, it's amazing to me how much colder that gets at the same latitude than it does on the western part of the state. Because I lived in Vermont for a while, and I went through winters in Vermont when it was like fucking -30 with wind chill factor and shit.
Hard pass.
Yeah, it was not
cool. Down here when it's like we get fall and we just nickname it winter for a few weeks. You know what I mean?
There's nothing like walking from outdoors where it feels like it's -30, something indoors where it's the temperature 65 and you just go like 100-degree temperature change practically walking.
Yeah,
And you're just like, you can't shed clothes fast enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, makes me, I've lived those days, I've lived those places. It makes me glad to live where I'm at. But
yeah.
And until I pay my mortgage.
I don't know about extreme colds, because like realistically, extreme heat, you're just looking at like 110 humidity. Like that's like extreme heats in a lot of places that people live in. But extreme colds in a lot of places people legit live in is like -30, -40. Like Rob was saying, that can be a regular thing in some of those farther northern places. But the difference is you can always put on more clothes. You can only get so naked before you catch a charge. And at work, dude. At either
extreme, now, you don't want to go outside.
Yeah, even right now with it being like, dude, I don't call it hot. I mean, a lot of people, like, I experienced it this past week, and me and Kyle were walking around fine because we were actually a little bit north. We were out of the swamps of Augusta, and we were up in a city. It felt cool to me, and everyone else is like dying.
Yeah, people acclimatize to wherever you're at.
Mm-hmm. So. But I would say, like, man, the roughest thing is just the humidity. It isn't at the actual temperature, because down here we rock like super high humidity. Like on the low end, we're in the upper 70s. Like if it's in the upper 70% humidity, that's like nothing. But you still step outside and you're instantly wet.
Well, humidity inhibits your body's ability to regulate temperature. It inhibits the sweating, perspiration, and since that is your body's main way of cooling itself, and it's why it makes it worse. And when you go to, there's a big difference between 120 degrees in Arizona and that, Rob, 100 degrees.
It's the physical thickness of the air that people don't necessarily account for. Like when you go outside and if it's 90 degrees and it's 80-something% humidity, when you walk outside, you're instantly wet. One, but two, breathing is not the same. You can feel the air when you're breathing.
Sure,
like legitimately, it's a different thing.
Sure, yeah. Well, that's the same thing. It's also part of your cooling is also through your respiratory stuff. It's still all the same. That moisture is what ends up affecting stuff, and that's why some of the stuff, like when you go into some of the parts of the Middle East, are absolutely some of the worst, because they have humidity coming off of the seas over there that combine with the intense heat and just make it incredibly brutal.
Drew, what part of the country are you in?
I'm in the Mid-Atlantic, the birthplace of America. Yeah, Maryland, in between DC and Philadelphia, and we got the Chesapeake Bay. Which is basically a fucking swamp. So yesterday I let my dog out at 5 a.m. and I went, oh, what a crisp, nice morning it looks like outside. And I stepped outside and I said, oh,
yeah, exactly.
Sweatier than Satan's grundle out here. What is going on? Well, I can't wait till the sun comes up and this place really sucks.
Yeah, we're at that time of year where we get a lot of thunderstorms right now, but you still get like those like 10-minute long showers sporadically,
right?
Just to keep it extra moist out there.
Well, I mean, faux spring is over. In Maryland, we have these things called faux spring and faux fall. You get a week of each, and summer just runs right into winter, and then winter runs right into summer again. And so you get like, I don't know, there's like 4 nice days a year. And then beyond that, it's just like, it's way too hot or it's way too cold. And I don't know what happened to me. Like as a kid, we had seasons. I remember. I feel like there were seasons.
I thought about this. I wonder if maybe it's because we were inside of school being told there was a season happening outside. But I think we thought it got warmer earlier because
mom would make you wear jeans to school, and then by the time you got out of school in the afternoon, you were sweating because it kind of got hot in school. But like if you were outside, you wouldn't have been hot. You'd have been fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm a big fan of spring and fall weather because we don't see it.
Well, my favorite is fall.
What's spring?
Yeah.
It's what you live in perpetually.
What's fall?
It's what you don't live in perpetually. It's kind of like what you live in, but with the leaves prettier.
Yeah, fall's like when it's nice outside, but you want an extra shirt. Spring's like when it's nice outside, but you want one less shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Fall is where you can wear a long sleeve with shorts, and it feels perfect.
Long
hold on. California winter wear is shorts with fucking a pullover.
So that's fall. That's fall.
In the winter, everybody in California dresses like Kevin Smith.
Nobody wears a trench coat.
Just a heavy jersey and shorts.
Just a hockey jersey and some Jenko shorts.
Hockey jersey. Where they're all wearing fucking Raiders jerseys.
Not new health conscious Kevin Smith. Old fat. Right. My heart's gonna explode. Kevin Smith.
Oh, that's a comment right there. I went to school one day and they told me that we were going to see a teacher go to space.
That was my third birthday.
Oh,
I remember that day. I watched that on TV when I was 3 years old. It's one of my earliest memories of the challenge.
I remember that day because I had flag duty at school that week, and I got up in the middle of the class to walk out. I got up out of class as soon as it happened and walked out and had to go lower the flag.
Wow,
bro, that's wild.
So you think that if you would have lowered the flag first, it never would have happened?
Maybe that's what I'm hearing.
Why would I have put the flag at half staff before the?
Just to get it out of the way.
Butterfly effect, Rob.
Yeah.
Wow. No, that was one of the things I always say, that one of the things I enjoyed the most about my time living in
was
Vermont.
the Challenger exploding?
No.
Oh, okay.
Living in Vermont.
There,
I guess I didn't see where that was going. I thought I did.
Living in Vermont allowed me to actually to understand what the big deal about spring was and fall. I mean, out here we have a lot of evergreen trees, so fall isn't. Well, there are trees that drop their leaves. We don't get the the amazing colors and shit like that people all go to the New England for. But we literally, spring here is just, especially where I'm at, it's just slightly more damp than summer. I mean, or less damp, or I don't know. We don't really have 4 seasons here, so it was interesting to understand why spring was such a big deal to people. So when you don't get snowed over, the snow melt doesn't fucking mark a great arrival of fucking spring. It's just like, oh, okay, it's what I'm wearing a lighter. I'm taking the hoodie off at noon instead of leaving it on all day. That's spring to us. It's like.
Well, I live in a basement, so I put the hoodie on first thing when I woke up this morning. The air conditioning is kicking, and I love it.
You sound like one of the European visitors for the World Cup right now. It's the greatest continent. That's what sparked this whole.
Wait, you guys have ice and air conditioning?
Yeah, ice. That was another one. Refills.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I could drink 1,000 of these Cokes.
Yeah, I like them talking about how beautiful the cities were. That couple, Rob, I think it was in Charleston. They're like, this is it. This is the perfect.
Because they've been to Paris in the last 10 years and they know what fucking decay looks like. It's like
rats everywhere. Well, yeah.
I think they're called people.
Debatable.
I'd like to say to you, Rob, just because you don't have 4 seasons, it's just a really nice hotel. There's nothing you're missing out on.
Nice. Yeah, well, that's why I had a car for a while when I used to have a track car or an Abarth, and it had 3-season tires, which is all I ever needed out here. But then when I tried to drive it one winter through Yosemite and it was snowing, I was having all kinds of trouble.
Your tires like, nah, I'm good.
The whole car had when the snow was falling and I was driving it through snow, every light on that damn car was lit up, going like, "What the fuck are you doing to me? I am not."
Yeah, it's probably because they're like, "Why are you trying to drive? You don't know what you're doing." It's by the way, it's 56 degrees here right now, so Wisconsin's not all that
beautiful.
Bad.
What's that? What's the 50s? Besides a time period,
well, it's also a
people
time
think
period
I was
where the
born.
Women were women.
What we call
when you were enjoying your youth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Actually, it's gonna be a cool day today.
You don't
It's only
remember
supposed to-
puberty? That was the 50s.
It's only gonna get
You're
to
into the sock
74
hop?
today. It's gonna be
The sock
perfect.
It's about what it's
It's
going
gonna
to get
heat
here
up.
too.
Only about 74. That's nice.
T-Dubs, how are you doing today?
I'm tired, but I'm good. How you doing?
Ugh, 74%
Think of the
humidity. What the
boat.
fuck is
Both of
that?
those. That's a good explanation.
I love it. It's so humid outside. You're just like, are you praying for it to turn to rain? And it just
Oh, the
rolls.
humidity is only this morning. It's like 74% humidity right now, but it's projected to taper off by afternoon. It's gonna be in 50%.
Mark, I took a note from you, sort of. This lady on Whatnot was selling all these like Walt Disney Treasury DVDs I knew nothing about, but they came in the metal like steel case looking tin things, and I gambled. I was like, well, I got 15 of them for $45.
Oh, that's
yeah.
a steal, bro. You
I
just
just
crushed.
sold one of them for 250.
Yeah, you just crushed.
Yeah,
All
so-
those Disney things are vaulted.
Disney. I knew it was a gamble because it was a 10-second auction, but I'm like, well, Disney people are nuts, so like,
Well, steelbooks, dude. Steelbooks,
Yeah.
physical media is a thing, man. And a lot of
It
places don't have any access to them at all unless you go online.
yeah, these are
That's-
all
that's
like
awesome.
the one I sold was like Donald Duck Volume 4 from the early 40s. Like the
Oh,
shows and
shit.
stuff.
A lot of
Yeah.
that stuff they're never going to re-release.
I
Yeah,
know.
you can't watch it anywhere
I know.
except on
So-
that disc you have, dude.
I
That's
still
amazing.
I sold 5 of the 15 so far. I still have 10 left to sell and about $500 worth of shit left. You know, so like it's
Yeah.
not bad.
That's the thing with Disney, even collectible stuff, anything
Yeah.
that's licensed. It's amazing how much some of these things will go for, regardless of how overproduced they are.
Yeah,
It-
Disney.
it-
I mean, there was like 70,000 of these made. Like, you know, they're all numbered in tins.
That's not a lot, Taylor.
It's not a ton, but and Disney people are fucking bananas.
Keep this in mind. Retailer exclusives for a comic book random issue that they'll do it again next
Yeah,
week.
I know.
You get 3,000.
Yeah,
For
I know.
something as widespread as Disney, and this is the only way to say 70,000
Yeah.
is super limited.
I immediately messaged the lady after I sold the first one. I'm like, if you have any more, I'll buy the whole lot. Like, so like
Looking
She's
for
like,
more.
That guy swindled me.
she sort of knew. She's like, listen, I know these are worth money, but she's a marble seller.
Mm.
And she's like, I got these in an estate thing. I don't want to deal with it. So I'm like,
Are they the silver cases with kind of like the oval picture on the cover?
yeah, they're the silver with the rectangular picture on the cover.
Yeah,
And then they have like a COA inside them and stuff. And
Yeah, dude, you scored big time.
yeah.
That's amazing. And Disney was smart about that, man. The way that they did all that stuff, vaulting things and everything. We'll bring it out for a little bit, limited run, because when people buy them, a lot of people, the general public, buys those as well as.
I remember,
collectors.
like, I'm old enough. Like, I remember when like Finding Nemo came out in DVD, it was a huge deal.
Yeah,
and that was like a general release. It wasn't a limited thing, but it was like,
yeah,
Right, they would always
put 'em out
have
and the
something
general
new coming
public
out that
buys
was
'em.
from the vault too. That way they when
yeah,
you have that much media, then you can pick and choose what you're actually
and all the ones I
producing.
got, these are all like Oswald and like Silly Symphonies and like the Park Tour from the 40s. These are old, rare things.
That's amazing. It's probably the only time that they were disced, if that's the
Yeah,
case.
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Because they bring
Most
the
likely.
stuff out and a lot of people buy it, but only a handful of those, a lot of people are collectors or salvageable minded people. Most
Yeah.
people that bought those watched them once or twice, and then they went into a box or a shelf and eventually got
Yeah.
thrown away.
I mean, this guy that she inherited this stuff, he also had a whole lot of like Dell horror comics and stuff too.
Oh,
She's gonna
that's
have a
cool.
show of those. So I did get like the first Frankenstein Dell, which is like and a bunch of other cool, really cool, like so you know.
That's incredible. Izzy, good morning.
What's up? Good morning.
You
What's up,
tell
man?
me
So what's your C3?
what is up, Izzy? What is up?
Nothing's up. Just chilling, enjoying a nice little holiday.
Did your
Getting
piece go
ready.
for 14 grand too, Izzy?
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that one.
Sorry.
Nope, we're here to talk about it.
Yeah. So
Good morning, Marvin. Just shot you the link, brother.
Unfortunately, it did it.
Tell
And I
the
think-
story. Tell the story.
So pretty much what they ended up doing with the pieces is that they decided to select a few of them for Saturday, and then there was another selection that was done for Sunday.
For
mine-
context, every year there's 2 art auctions. Y'all hear about the art auction. that
actually
happens on-
they did 3 actually this time.
Yeah, y'all hear about the art auction we talk about that happens on Saturday night at like 9 p.m. It's a big deal. Like a bunch of professionals in there hanging out, bumping shoulders with everybody. It's rowdy, it's fun, but they always pull a handful of pieces out of the Saturday art auction to auction off on Sunday on the con floor on the last day of the show. Why they do this, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense if your goal is to make money, but they always do that. So it's
so that's what they
weird.
pretty much did to me. And I was one of the earlier guys who submitted the piece. Last year, they took my piece and they put it on Saturday and sold for 800. So I was like, okay, everything's good. And
a lack of opportunity for the people who have their work displayed on Sunday, right? So basically, they're trying to spread out the ability for people to buy it, and what they're doing is they're not promoting.
Yeah,
both
so
Saturday night is the prestige.
Right.
Yeah, Saturday night's the night that you want to. Now this year
you need to become a professional shoulder rubber. Then you can get in there.
Well, the thing is, my piece last year went in on Saturday. There was no issue. Is this year they just decided to put it Sunday? And I think what it was is that they
means
had
your stock is falling. That's what it means.
No, I think
like last year you had way more cash.
No, I'll be honest with you. I think what it was that they were worried. There was a sense of worry that there wasn't enough people that were going to go to the art auction because of the game.
There never is on Saturday.
Right. So the game was kind of competing with it. The game was competing with it. So they did take pieces, and there were some really good pieces on Sunday. Like, Keith Williams had a piece, Stuart Iman had a piece, I had a piece. There was some couple of other artists, but then there was also some pieces that were like fans that did. And some of them, I'll be completely honest, they were just.
I like how you included yourself in the category of the pros and separated yourself from the fans. That's funny.
No, but it's.
You guys got delusions of grandeur.
That's hilarious.
But the reality of it is that's what they did. So on even on Saturday night, some of the pieces didn't sell the way people thought they should have been sold. So they were being sold for like $300, $400, maybe $500. However,
that's normal for the non-pros. But
but on Sunday, it was bad.
Typically at the art auction, like it's one of those, like the size of your piece will dictate the price of the non-pros.
That's how it works in my business too.
The non-names, if you have,
always determined how much I charge for it.
If you have an 11 by 17, you're inherently going to do like $500-ish. If you have a bigger piece, you're inherently going to do close to 4 figures. If it's really good, over 4 figures.
Yeah.
But if you're a pro, like Scotty's piece sold like it always does. Danny Warren Johnson's piece sold like it always does. Mm-hmm. So those guys, they're the people who wanted those pieces, the people who can compete for those pieces. Came and got those pieces like they always do. But all the other stuff that's like not those guys. The people that were not those guys this year were heavily affected by the Knicks games for sure.
So the Knicks game affected it, and then Sunday came. And then what's interesting about the Sunday auction was that there were people there that just wanted to see it. Most of the people there didn't have the intention of buying.
That's like that on Saturday too. There's only a few buyers in that room.
People already blew their load on comics all weekend and stuff.
Yeah, and that's part of it too. But it's keep in mind now the fans are actually coming in, because most of the fans, when it comes to the conventions, they come to the convention. They don't even stick around for the art auction at night or the drink and draw. Those are people that are pretty much staying in the hotel.
Yeah, those are the 3-dayers.
Yeah, so those are the people that are staying in the hotels and things like that. So when it came to Sunday, Keith Williams had a piece. It was a great Spider-Man that sold for like $150. All right. So then there was another piece that was right before my piece, which was a beautiful, fantastic Spider-Man piece that was it was a negative space similar to the John Byrne Black Spider-Man that he did years ago.
Why am I paying for negative space? Draw some shit.
Yeah,
but it was actually really good. It was a really, really beautiful piece. It was done on this hard. It wasn't paper. I think it was almost like a plate it was on, because it was a hard plate. So it was drawn on a plate, fully painted, gorgeous piece, $100. $100. And then when my piece came up, people weren't bidding. And he even the art auctioneer was like,
yeah, for context, guys, like the Sunday show, it's just like a corkboard wall, basically, on the con floor, up all the way on the side with like like just picture 2 rows of chairs, like 10 chairs wide. Like there's nobody there. The only people that are there are the people that have pieces in it. Nobody's there.
Yeah. So pretty much my piece ended up selling for $50. And
oh, that sucks, dude.
That's one of those things, like, I get what was happening, and I don't blame anybody that was there, really. but I blame more them for doing what they did and how they did it, because the guy was terrible at his job. He was like, nobody wants it, nobody wants it, nobody. You know, you're
Well, he's
supposed to,
only
like,
talking
if
to
you're
the
gonna be an
three of y'all
auction
in
guy,
the
you're supposed
crowd.
to like build, like, look at this
Yeah,
piece.
let's
This
pull
is
it,
amazing.
pull it back. We could have sold it on our auction for more than that. Shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, I was selling comic books for $80.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 80
Why
bucks
didn't
I
you
was
just
selling.
buy
a
it? Why
comic.
didn't you just buy it yourself at that point, Izzy?
Well, I didn't think that was gonna happen at that point. You know what I mean?
You were there watching it happen in front of you.
Yeah.
You haven't
But I
been
didn't think it was
monitoring
gonna
your own
happen.
steady decline
It
to
also
Sunday
feels weird to
status.
do that. I don't do that kind of stuff. I know other people have. I'm just saying.
What you need are shill bidders like Mark.
Yeah.
I've never done that a day in my life, but I'm more than happy to if you need me, buddy.
Well, it's something that we could do, because then
I'm
did you guys
available.
get the check at least? You got the $50 check? Or because
we got-
money was
dude,
going to C3.
I don't know when they posted or deposited or what, but we got so many notifications and things. I mean, we haven't sat down and licked our wounds and gone through everything yet.
So that's what it was. It was something to make me reconsider what I'm going to do next year.
Comics Curing Cancer raised so much money during HeroesCon that next year we're going to have to start raising money for cancer. That's, cancer has become the victim.
Izzy, next
I'll
year,
open up the comics causing cancer booth right across the way.
stay with me, Izzy. Next year, Izzy, take your ass to the art stage, do a piece on the art stage, and turn it in normally, and see what happens.
See what transpires.
Yeah, but definitely don't go work a piece, and don't get creative and stupid, man. I know you like to do a lot of
creative
stupid. Yes, because
Well,
this
that was me.
No, listen
thinking
what I'm saying,
thinking what it
because
was.
you don't listen to nothing, and I'm begging you to listen to what I'm saying right now. And we can go back and watch this a year later. Don't go up there and experiment with paints all of a sudden, like, oh, I decided to do a piece for charity, but let me get creative and experiment with paints. And but that was crazy. You did that last year. Like your piece last year, that crow piece looked phenomenal. Then you started experimenting with paints and you reduced it to just decent, if we're being honest. And this year you did a fucking cut and paste project leading up to it. You turned in a cut and paste project. While that picture looks good, you turned in a cut and paste project. You're limiting the people that might give a shit. If your goal is to make money and be impressed with what you sell something for, deliver what people want. You can do both. You're capable of creativity and gambling on something or trying something new out. Don't try something new out when your goal is to let me see how much money I can make.
Nah, ignore everything Mark said. Next year, add glitter.
Add glitter. Yeah,
Well,
that's what's next, Taylor. That's
the
next
reality of
one.
it is
What was missing was pizzazz. That's
Yeah,
all.
I'll bring the
right.
glitter, T-dubs.
Bring the little.
Oh, I always
glitter
have glitter on me.
Just do those little.
But yeah,
glitter
in all
strip thing.
sincerity, is the best piece of art that you've done that's shown up in the last week is the Jay Garrick flash you drew.
Oh, you love that piece?
Hands down, the best piece of art that you've turned over in the past week.
That was
That's
a fun
just
piece.
you fucking drawing, my dude.
That
That's
was a
what
fun
you should
piece.
do.
I had some other pieces I was happy for.
Yeah,
But that piece
I'm
I
not
was
saying like you're doing bad
specifically happy.
stuff to stop getting creative and weird.
Yeah.
Don't get not creative. Don't get adventurous. That's the word. Don't get adventurous in moments where that's not going to benefit you personally.
Well, honestly,
That's
I think it would have been a different day. It probably would have sold better. I just don't think that place was the right place for it.
And if my aunt had wheels, she would be a bicycle. You know.
There you.
I'd still ride
You're
it.
saying that everybody rides her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Marvin, good morning, my man. How's it going?
Morning. How are you good? I mean, it sounds like I came into the middle of a heated conversation about something.
He was catching
wasn't
us
heated.
up on his experience with the art auction at
Lukewarm. At
HeroesCon.
best.
Oh, okay.
Marvin,
It was a
have you
weird
ever
Sunday.
entered? Have you or any of the crew ever entered the art auction at Heroes?
No. I mean, we spend so much time trying to hawk wares that we don't have time for that. Like, I'd like to do a panel there, but I mean, it seems like it's really hard to get onto that list of being able to do a panel, because we do have our script to store panel that we do at other shows that seems to go over really well with people. The show before Heroes, we did Three Rivers Con here in Pittsburgh, and we had like 30 people in the room, and it's a small closet. So that
Nice. I like Three Rivers. That's good.
it's easy. Yeah, it's good. It's a really good show for us.
Are they still doing it in the Monroeville Mall?
No, it's down at the convention center now.
Okay.
Monroeville Mall is on its last leg. So
Yeah.
they did Living Dead this past weekend. That's probably going to be the last one at that mall.
They're going to tear that sucker down.
Yeah, they're going to tear it down next year. It was Walmart bought the space that the mall sits on. They didn't buy the mall; they bought the lot. So
yeah, another Yinzer Walmart.
Yeah, and you know that they did a lot of because they were going to shut down the convention center out there, and the municipality saved it and saved the hotel next to it. So I don't know. I mean, it's
New Dimensions still run Three Rivers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like those guys. They're good.
Oh yeah. New Dimension is the that's our go-to shop in the city. They've got
they're the big boys up there.
Yeah, they've got 7 stores.
They have that many now.
Jeez. Yeah,
There's a lot of stores.
Yeah, they've got stores in PA and in Ohio. They got one store in Ohio.
Well, Marvin, you're a publisher and you were set up. You had a huge presence this year at HeroesCon, so huge that I couldn't find you. And that's actually a true story, by the way. I went by Marvin's booth where it generally in the area where it was the past few years, and I went by, it wasn't there, and every time I'd get a chance to get out from the C3 booth, I'd make sure I would lap around there, try to get around there, and finally I said, "Yo, when's Marvin going to be here?" They're like, "Oh, he's in the 400 aisle." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, we're in 2 separate locations this year to see how that works out and plays for us. I'm like, okay. So I ran up to the 400 aisle, roughly in the same island area, and couldn't find you. And like, I don't know where he is.
Yeah, so I was at the top of the row and in 489, like
near CGC or near the back wall.
Near the back wall. I was like right by the bathroom. So if you're coming out of the far bathroom, I was right there on the side.
I don't know how the hell I missed you.
Yeah,
I know exactly where he's talking about. That's where I started walking that way on Sunday because there was a lot of spots I'd missed out too.
That's over there near where the table crashed and broke everything.
I didn't hear about that.
Everybody was heading over that way on Sunday instead of bidding on that art.
Yeah, pretty much.
But how was Heroes for you this year compared to previous years, and not just the dual table layout, but just the overall?
Well, I mean, I think that with some of the things that I'm going to actually talk to Carla about for next year is placement. So they put me near a bunch of people who weren't selling comics. There was one person across me that was selling comics. Everyone else was selling like art,
wares,
things. And the way they set things up, they kind of blocked my table somewhat. So if you were coming,
I've seen a lot of that.
The opposite corner, and you were walking past, you didn't see me. If you came from that direction and you kept your head to the left, you didn't see me over there.
That's probably why I didn't see you, because I went to the 400 aisle and looked. Did they have like the big tall stuff on their table and all that? Like, so you had blockers next to you.
Yeah. So I mean, I think in a lot of instances is placement and where you put things where people are like they can do this thing. And a lot of people don't do this thing when they walk. They're looking in one direction, and they may, as they get further down, turn around and look. And once I make eye contact with somebody, you're mine. So I'm calling you over. You make eye contact. I'm saying, but sometimes they're so far away. They're like, forget it. We'll come back.
Yeah, I think you're right with that because there's some people that they just go a little crazy with what they bring and they do. So they create these elaborate stands and stuff like that to put like all their artwork. In fact, the person that was next to us, he did something like that.
He had the tower.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't know how much he sold because he didn't look like he sold, and he actually looked like he was upset at me and Roscoe because we were selling and he wasn't. And that's the funny part about these shows. Sometimes it's like you end up getting these neighbors, and these neighbors, like the first day you're all happy with each other. Come Saturday, they're like, they don't even want to look at you. Right. It's like, why are you jealous? Because we kept ours simple, and we got fortunate to the table next to us was available, so we just grabbed it and made two tables out of it.
You also came to the right con with a bunch of your friends that were there. Dude, the fact that a bunch of your friends are there as a meetup helps out tremendously because it gives your
what I'm hearing was Izzy annexed Poland.
Yeah.
He did.
No, so
Rob can attest to this.
Missing a funny little mustache there.
We had to win our neighbors over with the C3 booth because the C3 booth is wild. And I mean wild. For one, I'm there and I'm a loudmouth and I'm having fun. Yeah. It's a convention. You're there with friends and this. And so we got lucky. The first year, like it was what it was. The second year, and since then, we've been in the same booth with the same neighbors. And the people across from us, Capital Comics, they like that first year after about, I don't know, about a day and a half, they started laughing along with us kind of thing. Our table was helping their table because, you know, and then the guys to the left of us, though, same ones that have always been there. I don't know if they like our antics because one year I won over one of the employees. It's like the same 4 guys at their booth. This year I won over another one of them, but at the same time, the guy who owns the thing got mad at us. And on day 4, he just like yells at us from through the little screen. And I'm like, turns out he was just mad about the basketball game and taking it out on us because people were there commemorating the win and talking to each other. But
right. I mean,
my goal is to be his friend by the end of next year.
Right. But I mean, you get a lot of that. So the guy who was next to me, he had like a bunch of people coming over and just talking with him. Like he's not really selling anything to anybody. He's talking like I told him, I said, you should start charging people to talk. If they talk to you for more than 15 minutes, they should give you some money because not only are they taking up your time, they're kind of blocking me. So again, if someone's coming from the opposite,
somebody talks to you for 15 minutes and they don't buy nothing.
Yeah,
your whole goal is to sell something. How shitty of a salesman are you? Like, I used to be in sales, and if somebody would talk to me for 15 minutes, I sold them something.
Well, there was this same respect. There was this one guy that just kept coming back to our table. Like he kept coming back. He was like, by the 3rd time, I was like, dude, you came here 3 times. You want something? Get it now before you leave, because it will be gone. And he got it. He ended up picking up the piece. Right. So I mean, there's that. But I'm with you. I'm like, there are people there that'll just stand there and they'll be there. And the one thing that really kind of irritates me as a person trying to sell it is that I already know you're not buying. Do me the favor, move to the side. I'm not going to do that to you until it gets to the point that just you're in the way. Right. And I don't mind conversations. I have no problems with conversation. But then when it ends up becoming a conversation about something else that's not even in regards to what we're all talking about, and you're just having a conversation in front of my table, blocking other people from viewing it, then I might speak up.
Yeah. I had to tap a few shoulders to get people to slide over somewhere else because they like stop and they're like having conversations in the middle of the floor right in front of like go over there by the bathroom. There's plenty of space.
But they don't. But that's the thing. They smells like get it sometimes, right?
They don't understand.
Comic fans don't have situational awareness.
Yeah. I had a few incidents when I was doing interviews, and a fan would just come in and just talk to them. Like we're literally having I'm with Trish Forster having an interview with her, and this guy just straight up comes in and just, I love what you did with this, and he started talking, and I'm like, I'm just there like I'm having an interview, dude. And at the same
but you're having an interview on the floor. You're not having an interview in a private space. I mean,
I'm having an interview on the floor at her space.
Just to be devil's advocate here, at a convention, if I'm hanging out in front of your table and disrupting your business, I'm still a paying customer because I pay to get in the door to the convention. So you know, you got to deal with the traffic flow and the way the traffic flows.
It's not a situation that
plus
a
lot of comics don't have a time frame.
But
there is not only the tism, a bunch of other isms as well.
There's got to be a moment where there has to be like.
I mean, you said situational awareness of where you're at and knowing that there's retail going on here. Like if you walk into a grocery store, you're not going to stand in front of the checkout aisle and have a conversation, right?
I also think you got a point, Marvin, about being
this ain't a bookstore.
Yeah, I think you got a point about being placed with people who are selling comics if you're selling comics, because like as a longtime convention goer, if you're selling comics, I'm looking for comics, right? Yeah. Even if I'm an artist alley, I'm not looking for, you know, a big prints. I'm normally looking for a smaller publisher who's, you know, promoting something new, who's doing something different. Those are the kind of things I look for, but I'm not going to look for you in between the Nightwing body pillows and the anime scarves. You know, it's like, that's not where I'm. If I'm at that point where like I'm looking around and all there is like anime tchotchkes, like I know I'm in the wrong spot and I stop looking as
and you just look down those aisles and you see all the trinkets and all this stuff, and then you just move to the next aisle. You don't even get down there to see.
I walk quickly with Goku on it. Like I don't need that. So I'm not going to look in that aisle.
And there was quite a few of that in the show. This
was it, Marvin?
Was that?
What did you say?
I said I think that was part of the problem is that it's placement. Like, why am I placed in this area? Like, I mean, the show was good, but it could have been better if I was placed properly.
How the normal table location do?
That did really well for us, but I think one of the problems we had was cannibalizing each other at sometimes. So that's why we decided to try a more approached effect. But they probably should have just put us in a row with separate tables instead of placing us in different areas. Because DP was he was over in the far end where they keep like the vehicles or whatever and stuff like that. He did really well down there because he was around other people selling comics.
Would it have behooved you, do you think, to have done maybe like 2 tables directly together? That way it's a combined effort, but
that's what he did separately for the first time this year.
Normally you do take
like
tables together,
don't you?
Yeah,
but didn't Marvin didn't Carla said that you could make that request?
I don't know if we requested like separate spaces, and she
because there was definitely a spot to request it.
Yeah,
I definitely saw that. Like, if there's somebody you want to be with, or you're part of a group, let me know.
Yeah, maybe I'll hang out with you guys next year. I'll be next to you.
Oh yeah, we'll have you. I have no problem. It was
you better show up one time, or Izzy's going to take your table.
Well, to be fair, we waited till Saturday, like around 1, when we realized nobody was taking a table.
Izzy, that was really cool of you, but it still doesn't top Namen. So like 3 years ago,
I did mention Namen.
3 years ago, guys, there were over in the Primo section,
next
like of like the Legend. So they'll have like the Hot Boy artists and stuff, and Claremont and them that typically have bigger lines on the outside of the perimeter, but then they'll have like the legitimate names and stuff on the inside of the area that don't have like as big of a line as like Claremont would or JR would. And there was just a table there with a name tag on it. No one, you can read the name. No one knows who this person is. Come Saturday about 10 a.m., Namen's like, well, I guess they're not coming. So Namen just sits at the table and starts drawing when he just wants a break. And after about an hour, a couple other people from the community pull up and just hang out. And it becomes a table that people are stopping at to ask him about what they do and this and that. It was just him wanting to sit down somewhere.
It was Jay Lee's table, and Jay Lee
was not Jay Lee's table or everyone.
Sure, everybody would see the name.
It was a name that none of us knew, and Jay Lee would not have been on this 6-foot table.
Yeah, he did just take that. But to be fair, the person that was next to us, that had the table next to us, said, "Hey, you got to use it." She says, "Nah, let's go ahead, have fun." So we just took the table, we just scooted, and we actually had an L. So we created a little L space, which was fantastic.
Corner. That was a good space, regardless. Even if you didn't get that table, you were still on a corner, which is great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I got to give Roscoe all the props in the world. It was his first table, and he was like a pro. He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yes, Scott, he did. Namen started conducting interviews from that table. It was
he really was. He was just talking to people, and Namen was killing it, man. But I will give Roscoe all the props in the world. He did a phenomenal job. I got to give props to Roscoe's dad, Papa Roscoe, my friend Erin, who came in and she was helping out a little bit. So we had like a bit of a support system that was helping out, and everybody else that was stopping in.
Oh, where did Erin come from? She was cool as a fan. My wife was mad that she forgot to get her contact information.
Yeah, so I got her contact information if you need it.
That's what I told her. So you probably I can talk to Izzy and probably get it for you.
So she's a friend of mine that we met in New York here. She's a writer. She's actually a writer / artist, but mostly a writer. And she does a lot of stories and things like that, in indie stories. So she came through and she didn't really know anybody, and so she was like, "Hey, you mind if I hang out with you?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, absolutely." So she started hanging out with us, and that was pretty much the end of the story. She came with us with pretty much everything, stuff like that. So she's really cool.
Yeah, she was cool. Like the amount of places she's been to and traveled to, it was really cool talking to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she lost a little bit of her accent, though. I noticed that she had an Irish accent. So she's been losing.
That's what Kyle was talking about, how she can fire off and on an Irish accent like nothing like. So she's cosplaying an American. That's nice. That's nice.
Pretty much. Yeah, she did a great job. She was helping out a lot. So when we stepped out for a minute, where I went off to do an interview or if Roscoe had to go to the bathroom, wanted to walk around.
Or were you interviewing a bunch of people for your channel?
Yeah, I did. And I've been busy editing them too. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of days.
My table by accident. He was actually talking to the person across from me, and he's backing up, and I'm like, "Hey, Roscoe," and he turns around and he goes, "Oh, I didn't know you were over here."
Yeah, he showed up when I was interviewing Matt Wilson. Me and Matt Wilson. Roscoe just shows up.
I was right across from Matt Wilson.
And you were the one waving hi to him.
Yes.
That's what it. And we're like, look, he's waving at. So yeah, it was fun, man. We had such a good time. Like I said, Roscoe killed it. I got to give him. He was prepared. He had prints. So what was really cool that Roscoe did was he had the original art on the table, and people were looking at it, and there was people that really liked it. But he also took that original art and made them into prints. So when people didn't want to buy the original art, they said, "Oh, I'll buy the print for $10." And he was racking on prints. So he did a really good job. Like, your first con, you always over prepared. But I think in his case, he did a really good job doing that because he was completely prepared. And that's where the guy next
I would like to
was
say
kind
there's
of-
no such thing as being over prepared.
I'm with Rob on that.
Sometimes you can be.
No such thing.
But at the same time, that's where the guy next to us was kind of getting a little upset because they had a little bit of a same taste in style. As you guys know, he likes, Roscoe likes to mash up animated figures with like superheroes and stuff like that.
He's a cartoonist.
So it was very cartoonish stuff. And the guy next to us kind of was doing the same thing, even to the point that the guy was like he was putting his art on the pillars and stuff like that, which was kind of getting into our table, but we didn't even say anything. We didn't bother and stuff like that. Let him do what he wanted to do. I'm okay with that. I really don't care as long as you don't intrude my spot.
Next year, have his minions fight Roscoe's minions.
Your spot that you paid for and the spot that you took over.
Well, the spot I took over after at 12. Okay,
That's
as
manifest destiny.
That's when it's freed up. There's a certain
Germany and Poland, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly. So at the same time, it becomes free once Saturday at 12 hits. Because at Saturday at 12, we were like, okay, let's take this table.
It's a good thing we never left the C3 booth unattended. Izzy would have moved in.
Izzy would have taken
it.
Yeah.
A moment.
11:59.
You had like a little. What was really cool about the C3 is like it was like a little like
here's
a
my
little
opportunity.
Bunker. They had like a little bunker. It looked like because that was the funny thing about it. So it was internal, but we had a nice little corner space. So people.
Stephanie, how are you doing this morning?
I'm here. I made it.
I feel like we're in your love lair.
I like to call it my bed, but yeah.
That's what I meant.
The boudoir.
Yeah.
The boudoir.
Special glimpse into my life here. Yeah.
Is there a doorway or is it just a beaded curtain?
There's beaded curtains, the red lights. I got a fog machine, whatever it takes.
There we go.
Nice.
Now we're talking.
A fog machine.
Yeah,
There's a lot of spectacle going on in there.
So Marvin, you're making the rounds right now, aren't you? You got an active Kickstarter.
Yes, sir. But I mean, that's the thing is like you missed the by table, so you missed out on that.
Oh, I thought you had a beer there for a second. That's hot.
A beer with red.
Well, no, I just looked at the shape of the bottle.
It looks like the mule sauce from Sticker Mule.
Oh, definitely not. This is good shit.
Are you gonna down that whole thing right now?
I am not.
All right, what hot sauce
Oh,
is that, Marvin?
It's habanero. It's from Gendo's. So we made a promotional deal with them. They're out of Chicago.
Nice. Is it going to be on that show next year? The First We Feast or the hot ones?
Hot ones. I mean, it's not that hot. Like it's made of habanero, but it's really flavorful.
So it's one of the earlier ones.
Yeah. So you get the kick, and then you get the flavor.
And that was like for the.
It is on the Kickstarter though, since we bought that.
Yeah, I kept seeing. I saw a couple of your posts over the weekend. Like we're set up at the booth. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm gonna go by. I go by. Then the next one I see, like we're almost out of hot sauce. So you're sharing in the chat. I'm like, hot sauce. I eat hot sauce.
But is it a stretch goal of a Kickstarter? How much you have to raise before we get the chicken wings thrown in?
So $10,000. I'll make chicken wings and ship them to you.
Give me a dozen flats.
How much for one rib?
How much for one wing?
It's actually more expensive for one rib because you have to detach it from the other ribs.
Right?
There's a process involved.
And I don't take $100 bills either, so no change.
One premium rib.
No change.
No change. I'm keeping it. I did have root beer at the show also too.
That'd be $10 plus tax.
Root beer.
Tax 90.
Yeah, we've got Comicsburg root beer by a company here in the city called Barmy.
Nice.
And we've got there's coffee on the Kickstarter also.
That's a
This is
unique brand deals are pretty cool. Like that's
I got a friend who does that with coffee. He has a coffee comic book that's in reference to coffee.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we did this one with Comics on Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I did this before and it went really well, so I said, let's try it again.
Yeah.
And this guy
it's unique. Everybody's got stickers. Not everybody can get a nice blonde roast.
You do stickers too. We do so we work. We got to have a deal with Wham Stand. Well, Wham Labs now, so they did Wham emblems for us too.
Nice.
That is on the Kickstarter, but it's a character standee now, so that's on the Kickstarter.
Cool.
So my goal was always that, because I find at comic shows people don't seem like they're there to buy comics sometimes. They only read comics according to them.
I think it depends on the convention, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, some conventions are all comics, and some conventions it's just like, all right, I've seen those pop figurines. Where is the stuff I'm interested in? And it's like you got to dig to find comics. So it's, I guess each show has its own kind of like a niche, while they all kind of do the same thing. It's like at a base level, a basic Comic-Con's not much different than a fan expo, but. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a difference between places you go to stand in line for a celebrity autograph and places you go to dig for, back issues.
Right. But I find, like, in most cases this year, our big show was a book fest. So before Three Rivers, before Heroes, we did a book fest, and that was really good.
I've been hearing a lot of good things about book fests, like book cons. I've been hearing a lot of good things lately.
Yeah,
if you're selling a narrative, if you're selling like a story and a continuity, like that's something that book fans will be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Right. And they want the trades, they want everything you got. So they'll just sell it to the table, go, what do you got? Because I want all of it. So those are good for me for unleashing the entire 12-issue run so far on the people and have them walking away with a smile on their face.
It's also been good for mailing lists to keep customers coming back for and abreast of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So Marvin, you're coming out to Terrificon or Baltimore?
Probably not this year. Like the Terrificon is a haul for us.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from Western PA to Connecticut. I've done that. We did that show 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes well. It's just the travel that it's like this is like 10 hours, and that's kind of killer. Like it's 7 to North Carolina. I think that's 6, 7. Dang it,
6, 7.
I said that, didn't I?
Somebody time him out.
Is right in that realm is perfect for us. So like we're looking at doing more book fests. So we're doing circular things in like Ohio, West Virginia, and New York, looking for like book cons to see if that's where we'll live now, because it's not only is it we make a lot of money at those ones, like the tables are cheaper, and it seemed like that they're just more in line with wanting to buy things. I feel like that at the comic shows, I'm doing a lot of talking with people.
Yeah.
Trying to convince them that they need to take this book home with them.
You might stand out in the crowd a bit better at a book show too.
Yes.
And I think the struggle with a lot of, indie publishers at Comic-Cons are, the big comic book fans that are there to spend money. They're there to spend money on a collectible. They're not there to buy a new story. It's they're there to get, that key issue, that they haven't been able to find in a grade.
The one of 747,000 variant that's going to be worth $3 next week.
Or they exclusively collect books that are encased in plastic that they can't read. It's like, that's not your target market.
Right.
I have you know that every time I've gone to HeroesCon, I've come back with something, some independent book in addition to what it was. And usually I never seek it out. It's just while I'm walking down the aisle, something somewhere jumps out at me and catches my attention.
That was Marvel.
And-
He jumped down at you.
And somebody looked up from their table and took a second to give their pitch, and I stopped and listened.
Yeah, they said, look, eventually you can send this to CGC. They'll put it in one of those slabs.
Because what doesn't sell well is the artist who's sitting at his table like this the whole time.
Yeah, I've actually talked to people about doing that, like sitting there and waiting for someone to engage. Like I'm standing up most of the day.
Yeah,
so,
you got to stand.
Yeah, but a lot of like people around me, they're just sitting there and kind of like, oh, I hope someone stops at my table and talks to me about my thing that I'm trying to sell that I spent $300 to get into this show to do.
Like sometimes they forget that there's work involved. They don't just come to you. Right. So it's one of those things where when you're doing a table, you're working the table.
Yeah.
You're getting people, you're talking to people, you're telling your story, you're telling whatever you need to say for them, because most of the time they're buying you. They're not buying whatever you're offering. They buy you based on what you pitch, what you offered, what you give them, you know. And that's why, like I said, I give Roscoe a lot of credit, because Roscoe was telling his story. And people were like, wow, you do that even with that condition? It's like, yeah, I do that with my condition. It's like, I like this, I like this, I like this. And you see them, they're buying it, right? Based on that. And, you know, and that was something that, you know, I thought was really good. Me, I'm the other guy. I'm the guy that buys the table so I can have a place to sit down for a little while. But at the same time, I always usually give the table. I always have someone with me on the table so they could do that, because sometimes they can't afford to do it on their own, or sometimes they're just too nervous to even try. So, you know, I'm not saying that was the case with Roscoe, but I told Roscoe, it's like, if you want it, it's yours. Take the spot. And he took the spot. He brought out all his stuff. He had a t-shirts there, to the point that even Nick didn't know there was a t-shirt. Like, yeah, there's a Roscoe t-shirt there. But, you know, and I had a chance to go all the way around the con, and I had a place for my bags. I had a place for all my equipment. I did some sketches while I was at it. And it, like I said, that's kind of how you have to work it. If you work on it and you just sit if you sit at the table and do nothing but draw, people are not going to come up to see you draw, because everybody else around there is drawing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's the hustle. So I mean, you're hustling all day, but people who have never done that kind of thing before don't know what they need to do, because there's no guide to selling out a con.
And you all think I was kidding about the glitter. I was not.
Yeah. Oh, so you get a handful of glitter as people walk past and you throw it at them?
Yeah.
I know a guy that throws a football. Has a Nerf ball. He throws it at him and then they catch it. And I'm like, oh, now you can't get my football back. And let me tell you about my comic book.
Glitter is like the herpes of art supplies. Shit spreads everywhere.
That's true. I heard that too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get those glitter cheeks.
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
I was just going to acknowledge the fact that whatever Izzy said did not land. And
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I didn't hear it properly.
I'm not playing. There were girls. There were guys too, but they were mostly girls, and they had like glitter in their cheeks. So that's like this new like glitter tattoo
like
thing.
a shimmer.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at their butts?
What's that?
Why are you looking at their butts?
It was in their face, not those cheeks.
You didn't specify.
That's true.
But he did touch his
said
face
cheeks,
while he
not
said
kicks.
it.
Well, that just meant he got close enough to get the glitter on him. That doesn't mean anything.
It still works that even when you do this, it still works that way. I get it.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a mental image that I would love to get out of my head. Hold on, I'm going to go get a power drill.
Let's replace it with something worse, True.
It's only a matter of time.
Right.
Ooh, potential spam. Can't wait to talk to you.
Spam.
It's your mother.
Rob, are you a mob that can post Marvin's link? I cannot.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Private chat. I cannot post the link.
Private chat, yeah.
Got it. Hold on.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a thing with going to these conventions and spending that kind of money and having the energy to do it for 8 hours.
It amazes me how many people have no interest in investing the effort when they've already invested the capital.
Right?
Yeah.
But like I
It's
say, is that's sometimes the challenge is that they don't know what they have to do.
right. There's no blueprint for how to do it
No.
right either. I mean, you can. It depends. If you've got a little bit of cachet in the area that you're setting your up at, people might just come to you if you sit there. You know, it depends on where you're at and who you are.
What
and
if
what
you just
do.
have cash?
Yeah.
I'm debating setting up a table somewhere for Failure Force, but I hate people.
That could be.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I just
You're
have
starting
cash,
off
no
fine.
cash.
That is. I hate you, so buy something for me.
I thought
Yeah.
it was an
I'll give you
engineering
the
issue.
solid.
You didn't have
I
faith in
hate
your ability
people
to actually
talking
set
to
up a
people.
table.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
you
no,
can try
he-
that too, as people walk past and say, "I hate your fucking."
He doesn't
Yeah.
have to set up a table. That's what they got Teamsters for.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a union gig.
Like that kid of yours, stupid. You want a buff?
Hoarders. Are we talking about a weapons cache?
There
No
you go.
cache.
Who let you breed?
I mean, I guess you could point a gun at people and tell them to come buy your stuff too.
Oh, I'm
Buy
not
my
sure.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you have someone else come after you.
I'll take your money. You can leave my product. I'll sell that to somebody else.
Don't you want your product to go to someone who's going to enjoy it?
Nah.
No, I want my product to go to somebody who's going to pay for it.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, once you pay for it, I don't care if you like it or not.
Once
Give
it ceases
me
being
money.
art and becomes product, I don't care who enjoys it. Buy it.
You talk guns and Scott shows up. I'm shocked.
And to be completely honest, the cost of a table, especially in HeroesCon, really isn't that expensive. It was
What
like
does a table run?
$375 for 3 days.
How much is it?
$375 for a week.
The funny thing is, tables have legs, but they
$375 for a
don't
weekend.
run.
That's not bad.
Different tables in different areas.
That's
have
actually
different
really good
costs.
if you do it like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, the challenge
Yeah, a
with
booth
that
is more, of course.
is the cost of it, and then the ancillary cost. So
Yeah.
your travel, your food, your lodging.
Well, you're going to be eating anyways, Marvin. You can't factor food in. You got to eat anyways.
But I mean, it's because you're not eating. Like generally, like I don't like go out and eat a lot. I cook at home. So now I'm eating out. So now
Should
I
have
have
brought a cooler.
Well, serious question, because this is something that I don't know how everyone else does, but how many meals a day do y'all normally eat? Like on a normal day, not convention day, but a normal, like a Monday through Friday. T-Dubs on 2. I think most people average 2. Izzy's on 3.
Mhm.
At a convention, how many meals a day are you eating? Yeah, you're losing at least 1 meal a day, at least.
I mean, but do you consider snacking as part of that? Like how much
Well,
snacking?
that's kind of what I do. I snack throughout the week, throughout the day.
Yeah.
So
It's
how
You are
much
still a
you
level of investment. At the one time you get chicken fingers, they cost $48.
Oh,
Surprisingly, it
I
was
think
not
you're-
expensive getting
Yeah,
a hot
cons are
dog and a
very
drink in the
expensive.
con.
Yeah.
It was $10 for a hot
That-
dog and a drink, and it wasn't just a
Every
small
every
hot dog.
year at HeroesCon, when I've gone and gotten a goddamn sausage or a hot dog,
Sausage dog,
I have found something on
Okay.
my way to that vendor that was worthwhile that I ended up picking
I
up.
thought you were
too.
going to find a foreign object in your sausage.
Yeah.
No. Like
I
Honestly, I think that's a
found-
better
He found-
story. If
he
every
found
time you
found-
get a
I
sausage,
I was
sausage.
walking up to get
Like, there's a
walking up to
paper
go
clip
get
in
a
this
hot dog.
motherfucker.
Found an amazing sketch cover sitting there at an artist
There
table
you
on
go.
the way a couple times. That's just like
So
been,
that's how you do it.
each-
Get a
each
table by
year.
the concession stand, and you're set.
there you go.
That's
Where
your
people have to
problem.
walk by to go get
That's where
food. Yeah.
Peter. That's where Peter Smith was, Robert. Because you come out of the C3 booth, you turn right, and you go straight to the concession to the counter. And Peter Smith was right there. That
Good for him.
aisle.
you should really have some unconventional person like parked right outside the bathrooms.
I'd rather
No,
not.
that- yeah,
People-
you really don't want the awkward guy. to be
People
there.
people walking in are on a purpose, on a mission, and people walking out are trying to get out of there before anybody realizes it was them.
So there's
One
one thing.
year in
It's like
Baltimore.
distance away,
Okay,
but okay.
So if you're by a bathroom, hope it's the men's bathroom, not the women's bathroom.
Why?
Not that- I'll tell you what, because the women's bathroom has a line, and it covers your table.
One
but it's a
year at
captive
Baltimore, Brian K. Vaughn's table.
But
was
they don't
right
wanna
next
buy
to the
anything.
bathrooms.
They don't want to
That
buy
was the
anything. They're
sneakiest
too
line.
busy
Somebody blew that
making
shit
a line.
up, and there was like
Hey, you
300
sell like
people
free,
standing in
free
line.
quality toilet paper with
breathing
the
it in.
purchase.
There you go.
They should
Ooh,
have
you can
comic
do
theme
wipes.
toilet paper in there. You know what I mean? They should
Triple
like
ply, bitch.
you roll it off. It's like a little comic.
Sell a pack of dude wipes and just have some medication ready. Some Pepto Bismol, some Modium.
I've got like 5 hot dog related shirts. I could set up by the.
He does.
That's actually
Is
a
this-
smart move, though.
Yeah. Does one of them say, "Is that my wiener or yours"?
No, but it can.
One of them says Winder's Wieners.
He has a full year to think about it.
Yeah.
Here's another person who was set up against his will at
Oh, his
HeroesCon.
table was the best.
Who was informed. So Dustin, they like let's get a table. Like, but they didn't do the same stuff. So they just put the table in Justin's name and informed him of it after the fact.
Best table ever.
How are you today,
I was
Justin?
honest with all of you. I
Yeah,
said from the beginning that my stuff would be there, but I would not be.
So when was it? Was it Friday night? Friday night, Justin had a box of comics, and we were in the lobby in the hotel. He had a box of comics, and we're all looking at it. People were starting to take it out, and he's like, "Nope, that's your comic now." It's like, how much? No, take it. It's free. I can't give them away.
This
He was
is
giving
actually a
away
box of
comics.
comics.
Were they
This
some
is
of
a box-
those?
Go ahead.
Were they some of those books that I had for a while, Justin? That you had done?
No,
It was
they
some
were.
Nottingham.
Oh,
I had to think about
So
that.
this
for a
was the
second.
box he had on Friday in the lobby, and as soon as I saw, it was Thursday or Friday.
It was
As soon as
Friday.
the first time I see Justin in the lobby, I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" He goes, "Oh, here." And before I even hug him, he just slams me in the chest with his box, and it's a box full of Turok #1, Stephanie.
Aww.
Here, you
was
throw
it
this
one
away.
signed by somebody? Didn't you get somebody to sign one?
No, Vogs brought me a signed copy. That's just the JB box right there, which was
Vogs brought
awesome.
him
He
a
made
signed
Be able
a.
to constantly get a gift that everybody's already given you.
It feels great, dude. When you want one, and then one of the
When
vendors
somebody gives you
came-
something different, are you like, shit? It's not a Turok #1.
Yeah, kinda.
Are you gonna wallpaper your comic room with covers of Turok? You could do that.
I'm going to tell you how well this investment just played out. But we were at the C3 booth, and one of the vendors came by that I know, and he was talking XYZ, and he goes, "Oh, Mark, I got a long box of Turoks for you. When we get back home, give me a call." Because he buys, and he's a full-time vendor, you know what I mean? So he buys collections all the time, and he puts all the Turoks aside, and he just brings them to me at ABX or whatever. So I have so many more Turoks than I share and talk about because I have like plugs that are just cycling their Turoks to me. But Stephanie, as of 2 weeks ago, Turok is officially a spec book again.
Just
The
be a
guy-
picture,
Yeah,
Robert
because
Kirkman-
everybody else in the collecting industry is like, you know what I used to be able to find everywhere? Turok #1. Where'd they all go?
So the guy who did
Roscoe
The
just
Walking
said
Dead,
box.
the guy who did Invincible, that popular cartoon, the
Yeah.
guy who has the current
Hartman.
Transformers comics and G.I. Joe comics, who brought those back. 2
Walking
weeks
Dead.
ago, he went and purchased the publishing rights for Gold Key Comics, which includes Turok, Magnus, and Dr. Solar. So Image Comics is about to have those characters coming back. So who knew? Who knew?
yeah, but the real spec book is still that damn dork. Now that they've got an animated series coming from Seth MacFarlane.
Yep,
Apparently.
Peacock.
That's Dungeon Crawler Carl.
That's what I meant.
I'm still impressed.
It's all the same to me. It's all the
Dungeon
same.
Crawler Carl. That's just a tongue twister for me. I gotta say, it's so
The only
funny.
people who read it are dorks. So there you go. It's the same thing.
Jay,
Yeah, but
I'm offended by that.
it's also got a much larger audience than any of the comic nerds you all are talking about. so-
Very large audience.
Hey,
They're
as
new
as
Harry
a
Potter.
dork,
Yeah.
Has anybody
book
watched
readers.
Disclosure Day, or has the Odyssey come out yet?
I
That
watched
guy over
Disclosure
there.
Day. We went and saw it Thursday. We planned ahead and we bought tickets when the day they went on sale, and we went and met on Thursday, set up the booth and hung out for a bit, and then we took a ride over to a theater about 10 minutes away, a small little AMC theater, and it was really cool when we watched the movie there in Charlotte.
How was it?
I don't know, man. Still processing. It's because I don't want to just say there was a huge letdown because it
Yeah, no
was.
spoilers, but I mean,
the
just
more
like,
I see of it, the more that gets released about the story, the less I seem like I'm going to enjoy it.
I think it's it's really even hard to, without getting into spoilers, to talk about it. You know, with a lot of Spielberg stuff, it kind of has like this magical element to it. Like, you know, you follow like this group of kids around, and it has like, it's like the main characters not being kids.
There's like an intangible, intrinsic emotional connection.
And this one lacks it because they're not kids, because it's two adults, and like it's just missing. What's up, Skeff? But I don't know. But the journey to the finale feels like the journey was meant for somewhere else, or a finale needed a different journey, kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot to talk about with it, but it's all spoilery.
So I should just watch E.T. again instead.
I'll tell you this.
On
a technical level, it was one of the most impressively filmed movies I have ever seen. Like I'm like 15 minutes in, and I'm looking over at Dune, seeing if other people are catching the things that I'm catching with like the editing and the camera tracking. Like, it's so good, it's noticeable because you haven't seen it done like this and other stuff to this level. You can see where like some of it was definitely done in War of the Worlds, but it's on a polished level that I've never seen before in a movie. It was cool.
So,
and there's a lot of cool aspects about the movie. There really is. I think this, because of how,
watch it again, Mark?
Immediately, like that's because of how much they wanted to keep under wraps about it, because so much of it is spoilers. Like, everything about it would spoil it, the whole movie, because there's so much little things to it. So you go in not knowing what to expect or where to even put your expectations. And I didn't have
see it this weekend,
but as soon as it's like, we saw it on Thursday, it's kind of like, but come Saturday, I'm at the booth, and Austin's like, you know what I was thinking about him? And he just starts mentioning stuff about the movie. And we find ourselves like unpacking all these details that you don't even think about when you first walk out of it, because that's not the feelings or emotions or thoughts that you have at the front of your brain. But when you have time to stop and chill and start thinking back on it and looking at things, you're like, there's a lot of lore and world building that went into this to dress up the movie, even though the narrative doesn't have to interact with those things. They're present in it. You want to talk about
without
it.
spoilers. Can you say whether or not it's actually kind of a sequel to Close Encounters?
I can't say anything of the sort without spoilers.
All right,
don't say anything more.
So it's one of those movies that the Odyssey, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that. It's not out yet.
Looking forward to Achilles. I just learned yesterday or whatever. Achilles
coming out in 2 weeks.
The Juno girl.
An ancillary character. It's irrelevant. It's an ancillary character. The story is not about them. Who cares?
This week is
miscasting an ancillary character is irrelevant.
Well, to be fair, they haven't confirmed that Elliot Page is playing Achilles. That's like all the speculation to it. And to answer Rob's question, a lot of people apparently, because it's like the most famous war character that's ever existed, and you get a 90-pound.
I get that, but this story is not about the war. It's after. The Odyssey is after the war.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that, but it's still the character of Achilles is being played by someone as big as like an 8th grader.
In theory,
it's a pretty small 8th grader.
By the time the Odyssey would take place, in theory, Achilles is already dead.
Then why would they need her? Why would they need her to do that?
In the trailer, even you see the Trojan horse, which that's Achilles is alive for that, and that you see the sacking of Troy and everything in the trailer. So they're clearly giving you a little bit of backstory to why he's not home. And
but also the manufactured rage machine is in full effect on this one.
Yeah, if you read the Odyssey, Achilles appears in Hades.
Mm-hmm. And that's what people are speculating, that it's
been a few years since I read it, admittedly. So.
I know, me too. Right?
Just watch the best adaptation.
I'm going to come out and say it, Marvin. It may be damn near close to 37 years since I read it.
Yep.
And it's not fresh. It's not fresh in your head yet.
No, believe it or not, I didn't read it to memorize it. But thank you.
Your memory is astounding. You should be able to remember everything.
It ain't no spider clone. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah, the rage machine is going to be in full effect on everything, and to be completely fair, people are nitpicky about casting and stuff all the time.
Yes.
There's no different in Elliot Page being criticized or Nolan being criticized for this casting. A bad casting is a bad casting. It doesn't matter if you're trans or straight or not. Like that's so far beside the point. Like,
I think it's fair to say, though, to be perfectly honest, I think it's fair to say until you see the role, you can't say that it's a bad casting. It's not fair.
That was but that's not how the world works, Rob.
No.
Well, to be
You
fair,
mean people are prejudiced?
If you cast
people will prejudge things.
I remember
if you cast Danny DeVito to play Brock Lesnar in a movie, you don't have to see it to know that that's miscasted.
If you cast Heath Ledger,
how much CGI are they using? I might enjoy a Danny DeVito Brock Lesnar if there's a fair amount of CGI involved.
That's fair.
I've seen muscle suits.
No offer you an egg in these trying times.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou is still going to be the best adaptation ever.
So anyway, I started blasting.
So much. Yes.
Deep cut, nice.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, and I also was thinking about watching The Bear. Right? Have you ever heard of that? The Bear?
Yeah, the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm watching that. That's really good.
That show is stressful. That is the most stressful.
That's what it's like. I worked in the service industry for quite some time, and I'll tell you, it's
very
exactly what it's
authentic
like.
show. It is a very authentic show. Like down to the jargon they use just in regular conversation.
It's like the restaurant version of The Pit.
Yeah. Yeah, not nearly as much blood in The Pit though. Not as many floppy wieners in The Pit.
Oh, and the Vampire Lestat I started watching.
My friend worked on that. She did the makeup for it.
I hear
it's amazing.
Mixed reviews about that show.
My oldest watched it and she loved it. Then she started talking to me about it, and I said, I'm not comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this.
I heard an Anne Rice purist was very, very down
She
on
used to write erotica too. Anne Rice, she'll slip that.
Yeah, she wrote The Vampire Lestat. That's erotica.
Yeah, that's why I'm like Emma, I don't want to have this conversation.
Yeah, Interview with the Vampire might be the gayest gay porn gay thing that has ever gayed all over anything. Mountain. And like it's amazing to me that how many like dude bros saw like Interview with a Vampire, like this is a cool vampire movie. Like, all right, bud. All right,
if you have read the books,
just encourage them, man. Just support them.
You know,
I'm not here to support or condemn anybody for those choices. Those are choices one makes in their own personal life.
I would say in the series,
like some dude being like, I like masculine things like Top Gun. That movie is so gay.
I don't think anybody will sit there.
The volleyball scene is, it's great.
But look at the Lost Boys. That entire movie is about coming out the closet.
Hey, you're eating maggots, Michael.
You're eating maggots.
The entire movie is this guy he's homosexual. He doesn't want to admit it. That's the whole movie.
It's the entire plot of Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's also an issue.
Speaking of which, I started watching The Burrows by the same guys. Not bad.
What's that on?
It's on Netflix.
I watched episode 1 of The Burrows, and let me just also
like
say,
Gangs in New
not
York?
good.
It gets better.
It would have to for anybody to be interested.
I haven't even heard of it. What's it about?
Very slow start.
A cranky old guy at a nursing home, basically a retirement community that discovers supernatural. So it's like instead of teenagers, it's the other end of the spectrum.
Is it in the same universe or its own thing?
It's its own thing.
If Stranger Things wasn't about the Goonies, it was instead about Cocoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coonies.
Cocoonies, yes.
Cocoonies.
That's a t-shirt idea.
Burrows.
It stars what's his face? He's a good actor. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, Otto Octavius is in it.
It looks like Alfred Molina to me.
It is Alfred
Molina. His name is Otto Octavius.
He's so good.
It's pretty
Dr.
good. Pretty
Octopus.
Good. The cast is great in it. Honestly,
like water for chocolate.
And it's got this kind of like surreal quality to it that Stranger Things didn't really have. That is sort of
Gina Davis is in here.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah, the problem with Gina Davis is that Gina Davis now looks like Gina Davis now and not like Gina Davis.
Gina Davis now is still not too shabby.
I don't know if you've seen things that aren't shabby, but she's pretty fucking shabby at this point.
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
Gina Davis looks like she got hit in the face with a giant ass Gina Davis.
The
No,
show was
bro,
canceled, right?
she looks perfectly fine for her age. Drew.
Yeah,
You look crazy.
exactly, Mark.
You look crazy.
Well, she
Drew.
looks fine for her
She didn't
age. We
get
need
a
to
lot of
find
work
out what
done.
age we need to start putting
Well,
them down.
and I'm
at.
going to throw this out there. For her age, I bet she looks
Did
better
it
than
really,
ever.
Ralphio? God damn it. Of course, it's Netflix. They cancel everything.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Gina
Yeah.
Davis. No
Well, I
thank
mean, if it doesn't pick up an audience within 2
Bro,
weeks,
she's 70 years old, bro. She looks
70?
incredible.
Stop
She
being
looks
on TV.
fantastic.
Incredible.
Come on.
I don't know.
Dude, she looks
Stop
incredible.
being on TV.
I don't do this for their age thing.
She looks good. She's no Linda Carter, but hey,
I agree, Rob. Linda Carter's the mold, and they broke
Let's be
it.
honest. Linda Carter is an Amazon, so
The problem with looking at Gina Davis now is I remember what Gina Davis used to look like.
Yeah.
And her curls were easy.
Yeah, about the people age.
I age gracefully. I look better and better every day.
Really? How many toes you got,
How
Drew?
bad did you look before?
I'm streamlining, Mark.
the Drew that I knew had 10 toes.
Not anymore.
Dude, you changed, man. You
Yeah, you
changed.
changed.
Oh, am I a little lighter on my feet?
Dude, to that point, how is the foot going? Is it you back to walking,
yeah,
figuring it out?
We're stumpy.
Good grief.
We're healed and we're walking. We're not back to work yet. I've got a doctor's appointment on Wednesday, and they're supposed to give me a date. So
You're supposed to what?
yeah, they give me a date. I go back to work. So on
How long have
Wednesday.
you been off work?
Over a month at this point.
Lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy.
What the hell have you been doing?
Well, I spent a week in the hospital, and then I spent a week in bed, and then I've been sitting at home sorting through comics and getting really good at video games.
Sounds like a
That's
dream.
about it. That's about it.
Go out.
You're
Living the
living
dream,
every
right?
15-year-old's dream. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Oh, you're supposed to be 16 to have that dream? Whoops.
Yeah, I am waiting on my disability, which got pushed back. So I've been not earning any
You
money.
notice he
which
said
sucks.
healed and not toed.
Untoed.
Undertoed.
So the process for disability is so ridiculous. Like you get the money after you need it.
Well, that's the
You
thing
still
is like
need it.
I
What,
was
it's a
approved for
broken system?
I was
Shut
approved
the
for my
fuck
medical
up.
leave, but
You know what I'm saying?
Affleck, yeah, well, Affleck denied my insurance claim for disability on the basis of they didn't know whether or not I had an undisclosed pre-existing condition. Well, I
That's
did have
bullshit.
I did have a pre-existing
Sucks.
condition. I
Wow.
used to have 10 toes, and now I fucking don't anymore. It was an injury and a surgery which led to me being off work, and they're like, yeah, but pre-existing condition maybe. I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Did you drop them
At all.
immediately? Because like I thought that's
Well,
what they
no,
were.
it's Affleck. It's a disability insurance. My employer pays the premium. I don't pay that
Oh.
premium, but it's so I get short-term disability while I'm out of work, which I'll get it eventually. But it's like the fact that I have to resubmit paperwork and jump through hoops. It's just absolutely asinine. So we'll see how long that takes.
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all right. It's just money. I just need to pay bills with. You know, and they'll just not like
No
they have
big
debtors
deal.
prison anymore. I'll
You know,
just
who needs
have shitty
Netflix
credit.
now, right?
I mean, the last thing I tried to watch was The Burrows, so I'm all right if they cancel it.
Hang in there. Finish it out.
No, that's all right.
Don't waste your time.
You have plenty of time to waste.
I'll rewatch something
You
good.
only have a finite amount of days.
What you need
left
to
in
do
your
is
life.
balance yourself
Use
out
them
and take
wisely.
the other show out, and then you'll be like perfectly.
Go watch
balanced.
Disclosure Day and see what you think of it.
I still
Go
haven't
back, take
seen.
some time.
I missed my opportunity to go see Masters of the Universe with some friends last weekend, so I didn't have a chance to see that yet. So
You need more friends
Is
so you
it
can
still
go with the
there?
other ones this weekend.
yeah, I don't know if
You
Disclosure
need better
Day is gonna be in
friends
the
who will
cards.
carry you into the theater. You know,
Yeah,
I
I
don't need
haven't
anybody
even-
to carry me.
like those
I
are
haven't
real
even
friends.
asked if everyone here has seen Masters of the Universe because I've seen the box office numbers and I know the answer is no.
Yeah, really.
I went and saw it. It was a blast. I loved
saw
it.
Yeah,
Marvin, did you see it?
No, I haven't seen him yet.
Same.
But I think that what happens is the way the media
Batteries are
portrays
low.
things. Once people get their hooks into something, they say it's going to be terrible, and then those numbers come out, and people are like, "I'm not seeing that."
Yeah,
In
they
the
feel
media's
justified.
defense, It was really bad and way too long.
Oh, Taylor didn't like it.
Oh, I hated it with the passion of 1,000 suns. Like,
Wow.
It wasn't really bad. It wasn't great either,
it was
but
45
it wasn't
minutes
really
too
bad.
long. It was nonsensical. It was
It was a He-Man movie. What
it
did
was
you
well
expect?
cast is about the only compliment I'll give it. But
The action scenes were amazing.
yeah,
Visually fun. It was
Yeah.
funny.
the dialogue was atrocious.
Yeah, the dialogue was pretty bad.
Not
But
a
then
single
again,
joke landed for me.
But then again, it is still a He-Man movie.
They really made they really, it felt to me like they made it from the vantage point of let's adapt these toys into a movie, not like let's adapt this 40-year lore.
Sort of like they did with the cartoon.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I'm saying, like, you know, like when you have something
it
that's
was
40
written
years
like a
old, you can take
10-year-old
different angles
would write
to
a
it. You
story.
can look at like the totality of the media. You can look at the toys, the TV shows, the whatever, and you can take the whole package and make your take on it, like what Bay did with Transformers. Or you can do what they just did with this He-Man and say, these are toys from the 80s. Let's do that. Even the fight scene at the end when He-Man lets loose on Skeletor, the way they filmed it, it felt like a real life version of watching a kid swing toys at each other, but it was spectacular.
Well, I mean, they took all those elements out of the movie, the version from the 80s. You didn't even have Adam in that movie. So you kind of went that direction back then of remove everything that's fun from it and give them this.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people, that's one of the critiques they had of it. I just use a term. It's like everyone wants Lord of the Rings right now, and I get that. Like everything's been so campy and lighthearted for
no Lord of the Rings.
Everything's been so campy and lighthearted for so long. People want something epic that means something and has like purpose and it's serious. Take the source material serious, deliver something and characters that we can attach to that have, you know what I mean? Like the studios are not investing like that. In
Lord of the
IP.
Rings is also funny and ridiculous in so many parts of it, but the problem is that with seeing it that way is that movie is made with such love and such attention to detail.
To the source
it's
material.
made seriously, and not as much to the source material,
yes,
but to the lane that they chose to take with the source material. I think that they made a very conscious decision to eliminate things that are in the book for those movies, and the movies are better for it because they chose a lane and they stayed within that lane, and they were very strict to staying in that lane, like ignoring the Tom Bombadil stuff, ignoring a lot of the stuff on the way to the Prancing Pony, like all that early stuff, in order to pay attention to the story from the angle which they chose to, and it's like Jackson picked a lens, and they did not film anything outside of that lens, you know. And it's like, but within that lens, it was not as much the breadth of what they filmed, it was the depth of it. Like every shot is dripping in detail, and intense like intentionality. Like everything is meant to do something. Like he didn't pick up a camera.
Perfectionist. He's a perfectionist, I think, and details matter, and he knows details matter.
When you look at the difference between like I think it's most apparent in the Fellowship with the extended edition, like they add so much to that movie, but taking it out doesn't detract anything. And that is so, like, the fact that he filmed so much extra detail for each thing that they could just cut 80% of it out and it would still be fine and still dripping with detail. That's amazing to me. It's like they just don't make movies like that anymore, where they have the idea to me that they were willing to invest in that project as big as it was is just amazing to me. Like no studio is going to give that kind of money to a filmmaker to make a big project, because what happens? Like everybody wants that new big franchise thing, but everybody throws $200 million at the first one, and if it doesn't perform, they just cut bait and let it go. You know, so nobody's willing to say, okay, well, Australian filmmaker, we're going to give you $8 billion to go spend 10 years filming 3 movies. We'll see you in 8 years for the first one. You know, nobody does that anymore. It's just not something that's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's
I remember
on some of that stuff too.
Right.
Yeah. I remember in Gone with the Wind, I was reading a biography about the making of the movie, and they had petticoats underneath all the girls' skirts that were handmade, And this actress thought, like, I'm going to save him a bunch of money and tell him we don't need. He could just make up save money. And she went up to the director, David Selznick, I think, or something, and she said, "Sir, we don't need all this stuff. I don't even going to see it, And he's like, yeah, but it's there.
I mean, that's a lot of like set dressing and set building is like some of that stuff isn't going to translate to film, but if it makes the actors feel as if they're in a real place, all that does is add to the realism of the scene. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you think of things like Dune, where they're like, no, we're giving you the opportunity to make these movies. We're going to give you the opportunity to kind of plan these things out. Not without being a Star Wars or a Harry Potter, are you going to get that kind of flexibility in your creativity.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've got a lot of. I'm getting a lot of these creators getting notes from up high too.
Right.
On things that they want added to the movie that aren't relevant. So it's a situation where the more money you spend, the more notes you want to get. But letting these creators create is now you got this boom of YouTube creators making these movies, and now they're like going after these YouTubers to make movies now because of Obsession and Backrings making so much money.
Iron Lung also, or was that what's called Iron Lung?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch what's going to happen. Hollywood's probably already reached out to countless YouTubers and offered
all that proves that anybody can make a horror movie.
Let's see the Mr. Beast movie.
But I mean, but that stuff always backfires. So it's a copycat thing, right? And like it's made money, so this will make money.
It's a bandwagon approach
right. And then it blows up, and now you're back to doing. Oh, we got $200 million again. So let's go spend it, and then give them notes again. When they didn't give anybody notes, they let creators create.
Well, I mean, it's really as simple as you can see that it's about the freedom.
Yes.
To do things on your own timetable and to not have to worry about the money, because you get the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and then you get Jackson with the same crew, the same executives, the same actors in a lot of senses, in a lot of cases as well, and you cut down the time he was given and you cut his budget, and you get the Hobbit trilogy. So we're doing the same thing that we did before. Well, no, you're not, because you didn't basically say, hey, go do this. Right. You said, okay, here's what we need from you. Make it into 3 movies. Let's beef it up.
There was also the Guillermo del Toro thing too with that one too, because he was the initial director for that movie. So,
Guillermo del Toro is the initial director for every movie that doesn't get made.
Yeah, didn't he do Pan's Labyrinth?
Yeah. But he bailed afterwards, so
right.
And then Peter Jackson had to take over.
There has to be studio issues though. Like the studio is probably sending him notes, and he's like, I'm not doing that. And then they part ways.
I think with Del Toro, he's one of those guys who's so tied to his creativity that he follows the idea of a project somewhere and gets more excited about it than he does actually making something.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have so
Hellboy. Well, we have Hellboy.
No, Hellboy 3. We don't have Hellboy 3 because of that.
We got 2 more Hellboy movies after the Hellboy movies were made.
No, I'm talking about Hellboy 3. Guillermo del Toro.
Ron Perlman is Ron Perlman is Gina Davis old. Like we don't need no Gina Davis playing Hellboy.
But the thing is, he wanted a certain amount of money, and they was like, the last movie didn't perform like that. What makes you think we're gonna give you this kind of movie?
That's not it at all. That's not it one bit. It's issues with Guillermo and Mike.
Well, there's that too.
That's all it is. 1000%. Ron's ready to come back. He's in countless interviews, like even up to current, ready to come back. He's like, luckily for the role, it's a lot of makeup, it's a lot of prosthetics, and it's a lot of CGI. If they call me today, I'm coming. Ron is the only one ready.
Yeah, I mean, after Sons of Anarchy, what is he doing?
Well, he's been in a lot with Guillermo del Toro.
Living life large.
He's in a good place. Rob
does
Perlman's
he
in a good
does a
place.
lot of small roles, like he
Maybe he's ready to
which is
retire and just
great for him. But like,
Hey, that works.
he's got the ability to be a leading man still. Like he can carry a project, and then
Or
he's
you
just
could make
I
small roles and
saw
still make
him
money.
on.
Have you guys seen The Last Supper with him?
What, Rob?
Sorry.
I said I recently saw him on an interview. He said he was on the Brent and Johnny dropping names with Brent and Johnny YouTube thing or podcast with Brent Spiner and Jonathan Frakes. They sit down with people to do interviews. They sit down with him, and he's very happy doing exactly what he's doing, which is minimal shit.
Yeah, television stuff.
Yeah. You work 2 to 3 weeks, go home and collect.
good for him.
He says he's making very good money doing what he's doing, and he's very happy.
I'm not saying his career is a failure by any means. I'm just saying that he could be a much bigger star than he is currently. I think that he has the chops, and he's
Maybe he's
interesting enough.
content to not have paparazzi follow him around.
Well, I think he probably would if he's out and about. Ron Perlman's a pretty indistinguishable guy too. It looks like a freaking
All right,
caveman.
He looks like the fucking beast.
Movie? There's
From
a movie
Beauty he played Beast.
There's a movie he's in called The Last Supper with Cameron Diaz and a bunch of other people. Have any of you guys seen that movie? The Last Supper.
Not The Last Supper I saw.
Oh, it's good. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but he's in it. Cameron Diaz is in it, and look it up. It's a good one.
Well, some guys are just like that.
No one's seen it.
I think someone like Rob Perlman that's happy doing what he's doing, that's all he needs. He doesn't need that extra money. He doesn't need that extra publicity.
Exactly.
He doesn't need that extra paparazzi in his
For
life.
what? For what is he going to exchange his life experience from his family to go work
Stay
again?
with me here. What if
You know
he's
I mean?
making the money he needs? What if he has it? Like not everybody's favorite number is more. Some people are making good with where they're living.
Okay.
I think the
Communists.
Hey, watch it. We're socialists.
I think the quest for more money
you might be a New Yorker.
is a frivolous one. You know what I mean? Like that should not be the end all be all to your.
How are your free
existence,
grocery
you know what
stores?
I mean? Just saying.
We don't have any.
You don't have free buses either. You ain't never gonna.
No, actually, we do have free buses. You just don't pay the fare.
That's called stealing, is he?
No, I'm being
It's
very
stealing.
honest. I'm being very honest with you. The buses in New York, the majority of people that get on the buses now in New York don't pay the fare.
Yeah, we don't
there's
doubt
a
that
sign
one
on
bit.
the
Probably
buses
because
Nobody's
they full
confused
fare.
about New York being a bastion of
everyone
trash.
knows that, buddy.
Yeah,
It's why we have a low trust society. Because we have
it's insane the amount of money they're losing in the bus fares.
They actually raised the prices on the bus and subway stuff, didn't they?
that
They
way
should
the
really-
one old
Not by
lady who
much.
actually
It actually
pays her
wasn't by
fare
much.
is paying for 8 people to ride
The
the bus.
answer,
10 cents.
It's called
the
socialism.
answer was yes. The
By
answer was
10
yes.
cents. 10 cents.
Okay,
That's
do you
nothing.
still have a lot of homeless people? Is he out there in New York?
Of course.
They're
course.
called the unhoused.
Why don't they make this is just an idea? Why don't they make heated sidewalks in certain spots so at least they won't freeze to death outside?
Because they don't want to spend that kind of money.
It would be
You know what
That'd
would be
be very
easier? These
expensive.
people got
Yeah.
jobs.
Why
Get them some jobs.
don't they?
We got these jobs laying around.
Build a
So-
building.
so
for them to
about-
sleep in.
Jobs.
So over 50% of those homeless people don't want to go to the homeless shelters.
right. They want to sleep on the sidewalk where it's nice
They'd
and
rather-
warm. is my
They'd
point.
rather
If
sit
you've
in
got
the
10
sidewalk,
freezing
they'd rather
bums,
sleep
all
in
you
the
really need
trains.
is 9 bums with ingenuity to set the 10th bum on fire, and then you don't have freezing bums anymore. Simple math.
All right.
Drew is one of those.
You might be psychotic. I don't know.
He tries to
I'm
figure out
getting
the
too
best
much
and everything.
Get that fire going right. That bum will burn forever.
You give them a
Yeah,
house, they
like-
don't want to stay in the house.
Yeah,
Yes,
that-
I know.
that's a-
No, that's why I'm saying the heated sidewalks. At least
We
they
get-
will not. They
so-
can at least have that if they
So
can't.
the
if they
previous
want- if they
jurisdiction
choose to
gave
live
them
on
all the
streets.
hotels. All the motels that we
they
have,
gave-
Yeah.
they gave it to them.
That
Yeah,
to get
I
the
know.
people off the streets, all it did was get the fentanyl into the hotels.
Yeah,
No,
pretty much.
just heat
It
up
really
those
did, though.
sidewalks, baby.
You're not kidding by saying that, though. And they
How
keep
bad is it
constantly
in New
making new
York?
buildings here.
How bad is it in New York, Izzy? Have things
It's
changed?
not as
Is it
bad as
super nice and
people-
awesome?
Yeah. So it's not as bad as people think it is, but things have not. It's been a while since it's been good.
It's not California.
They still got rats.
Do you feel safe walking out?
But rats is part of New York.
Slathered in bums and on fire.
endure. We love our rats.
Look at the size of the rats they got in Georgia.
Rats are tasty, according to the Running Man. That's Demolition Man. That's
Demolition Man.
Demolition
It's the best,
Man.
best damn burger you ever rat burger you ever ate.
The other man movie.
Well, that's the kind of thing that happens when Taco Bell wins the franchise wars.
See, that's
true.
That's why Masters of the Universe didn't
In
excel.
the future,
It was
every
called
restaurant is
He-Man.
Taco Bell. But one thing's enough. If you eat enough rat burgers, you'll learn how to use the fucking 3 seashell shells. I can't say that. It can't even seashells. The seashells. I can't say that apparently.
Yeah, which they
The
never
3
explain.
seashells.
Which they never explain, which like leaves us out of the joke. You know what I mean? Like I don't like that.
I'm still trying to figure out how it works.
It doesn't matter. You just need to know that apparently it did.
It's a problem for the future. You can start focusing on it now.
It's a scoop.
He-
That's all you need to
he
know.
found
your mind on where
He
you were.
found the
and what you were doing.
workaround. He found a workaround. He just fuck shit.
What
Goddamn
time
fuck
period is
that.
Demolition Man set in though?
I know, but then I heard
fast?
rumors that there was a second one in the
Yeah.
works or something.
Is there?
There's discussions.
I freaking
There's
love that
that
movie. I thought
session.
it was so fun.
There is a discussion about Demolition Man 2.
Why not? Justin, I do have a question because I try watching your YouTube channel, but you know how it is. It's like watching Austin's sometimes.
I get the reference.
Did you get anything really cool that I'm jealous of at HeroesCon?
I got a ton of stuff, but I'll only show maybe like things. By far the coolest thing I got was I found an art dealer who had
I love that picture.
I think Mark's
I
right in
found
the room
a
with
dealer
you.
who had an original Don Rosa sketch.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's cool.
The only problem with it
Oh,
was that
your show is on your phone.
I'm not Keith. Yeah, because it's part of the story. Just wait for enjoy the ride, Rob. Enjoy the ride.
All right.
So the issue there is I'm not Keith. So
Could you just change your
I
name?
bought it and I said, I wonder if Don Rosa would change this for me. So I went over to Don Rosa's table. I asked him, please don't be offended. Would you cross out Keith's name and write for Justin on it? And he did. So he crossed out for Keith and initialed it, and then Justin at the bottom. So
Whatever happened to
Would you
Keith?
call that a remark?
sure, it's a remark on a sketch. So Don Rosa spent the longest time trying to figure out why Keith would part with such an item. And he settled on Keith dying.
Wow.
Like that's in Don Rosa's mind, the only reason why Keith would give this up is that he's dead.
Gone too soon.
Did he remember doing it?
He studied it for 5 minutes to sort of make sure that it was him. He did not remember doing it, and I straightened him up. The reason I bought it is under the impression you didn't do sketches like this at shows anymore, and he said, "Oh yeah, I don't," which is kind of a lie because I saw him doing it Beagle Boys for the person ahead of me. Regardless, I'm gonna be in his
He
line
said
first,
sketches for
Baltimore,
you.
to try and get another one. The other thing I picked up, Rob, that I think that you would be interested in is
Oh, nice. ASM13. That it's nice now that the price has come down on that one post movie.
Sure.
What is that one? Just Spider-Man.
First Mysterio. For a while, that book was ridiculously expensive, and
Oh.
it's become reasonable again for what it is for that book.
Okay.
Much like First Craven is also now a much more affordable book. It's got me looking
Well,
to
that's what
upgrade.
happens when a shitty
significantly.
movie comes out and ruins the
Yeah, I know, right?
credibility of a character.
I did.
Well, it just allows the hype to go down faster, so the book returns to its normal levels.
Oh, you know what I watched last night, guys? Everybody's gonna love this. I watched Madam Web.
Yeah.
So your first time watching
Are you
it?
sorry now?
Yeah, first time
question.
watching the Madam Web.
Question.
Sorry now.
Drew, how many times did you nod off during it?
The thing is, I was not able to sleep. I've got a new bar with which to judge movies against because here's the thing: is it was awful, but also in a lot of ways not that bad. So it's like there are a lot of movies that people will say, "Oh no, I like this. It was fun," and they're not as good as Madam Web. And I think that's going to be my new.
Can you name one of those movies that you're thinking?
Yeah,
Ms. Marvel, the Marvels.
There's a movie called Man of Steel. That movie is not as good as Madam Web.
You're not even being
terrible.
Got it.
No, I'm not.
Drew's doing a bit. Got it.
No, I would say no, but there. I mean, like I think that there are a lot of bad movies out there that people give a pass to, and I think.
Did you see Thor: Love and Thunder? I know that's one that a lot of people
better than Madam Web.
Okay, I haven't watched Thor: Love and Thunder.
Thor: Love and Thunder has its ups and its downs, but I would say overall not a good film.
I will say that look, I really enjoy the fuck out of Yoga Hosers, but it is not a better. It is not any
better
worse
than Madam Web.
It's not worse than Madam Web.
It's certainly not better.
Oh no, it's not. If it is, it's only by about yay much.
So I watched Madam Web knowing exactly what I was getting into, but and I was one of the I watched it early. You know, I didn't wait for it to come out. I didn't wait for people to review it. I went and saw it immediately, and I can tell from the trailer what I was getting into. So I watched it with those ironic goggles on. You know, let's go watch a bad movie and see if I can have fun watching a bad movie.
That's how I feel when I watch Iron Sky.
Yeah, Iron Skies, Yoga Hogers, Sharknado. You know what it is going in. So
G.I. Joe.
You watch it from the proper perspective. When I watched Madam Web, I came out thinking this movie was written, produced, filmed in 2004. And if you watch it like that, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So whenever somebody says you really like Yoga Hosers, I always tell people I have to preface it. Look, I watched it after having seen an interview with Kevin Smith where he said it's an homage to Full Moon Studios. And when I took that perspective, having been a fan of Full Moon Studios pictures, I went in watching it from that perspective, and I said, I see it. I dig this movie. It's fucking cool from that aspect. Yep. Any other aspect, it's a fucking pile of fucking wasted celluloid.
There's a lot of movies out there that aren't being made for a general audience or being made for their niche target audience.
He said it was two things. One, an homage to Full Moon. Second, nepetism.
Nepotism.
And fully admitted
his daughter a job.
His daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter. You know, it was like fully established.
I got my pickup.
Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose, is astonishingly pretty, and she can act, I think. So
I got some fun pickups that
I don't say that. I think, you know, Harley Quinn Smith can act. I think
this is one of the best convention books ever.
Good actors.
Start flipping.
So this was
JSS that's gave me that beautiful book right there.
Nice.
That's a
Can we see his
book
crotch?
Right there.
Is his crotch as good as yours?
Yeah. Is that image of Captain Marvel cut out and glued to that cover?
Who knows? It might be.
Looks like you could rip him off like a paper doll.
It's quite possible. And then I got this
paper
one.
Dolls. Oh, there you go. First big Barda.
Oh, there you go.
Less than $50.
Nice.
Some Steranko.
Those are
this
was 2 years in a row he wasn't there.
Yeah. Oh, really? I wonder if he's decided to give up.
I don't know.
No, Steranko he does a lot of New York shows. So
he was just at this.
He'll be at Baltimore for sure.
Induction.
Yeah, Baltimore. Terrific. I'll be in both. So I'll see him.
Anyone but me excited for Under a Killing Moon.
Is that it?
That's it. Remember, I didn't get a chance to really shop.
Oh, I picked up a comic. I was at Sedona and I was at an antique shop. So I picked up a comic for $3. I looked it up and after I realized it was $3.
It's $4.
Annexed down.
Yeah, return on investment right there.
This part though, right? And it looks pretty good. It's
still in a poly bag.
Yeah, it's like covering his crotch. I did pick up some exclusives though here and there, like a C3 exclusive. Got a few of those.
I didn't go to HeroesCon, but the week before I did go to the San Jose Super Toy Show, and well, I did not pick up my Evil Knievel stunt cycle. Oops, what the hell happened there? There you go. I did find this bad boy here, Outer Space from Rich. So this is a promotional copy from Richfield Oil, which, if you don't know, is the for those people in the West Coast, it's the R in Arco Gas, because it joined with Atlantic Oil, and Richfield Oil joined together to form the Atlantic Richfield Oil Company. But this is not really a comic book, but it's actually in comic book format. It's an illustrated thing on space, and it's a perfect example of 50s futurism, idealism of how we're going to move beyond the Earth.
Drill on Mars.
How we're going to move beyond the Earth and so yeah, get this whole years ahead, Richfield, all this. These were like given away at gas stations with a fill up or whatever.
That's super cool.
But yeah, from 1953,
golden age.
And then I also picked up some early Journey into Mystery issue. Was this 63, 50? No, 53.
Those are some fun comics.
Oh, that one's nice.
Monster of the
That
Month.
looks like the big
giant motherfucking road.
Furnish your wages.
So
I love how it says only 12 may live.
Yeah. I found a giant fucking robot and a bubble helmet. What else?
There you go. I picked up some stuff this week.
That was the most Rob haul that's ever hauled.
There were other books, but I'm not going to go into it.
I went on a little Nick Fury run. I found this for $1. So I was like, yeah, Hitler cover for $1.
Can't tell what's going on. Can you put it closer, Drew?
There you go.
Wow,
he's taking him to the showers.
Gun. I just love the fact that you got a comic code with Hitler and a gun in it.
Yep.
That's your one, Rob.
And the gun's being
You
shot
have
at
Hitler's face on your comic book.
This was the prize.
Is this
I've never had this book.
Hitler?
7.
Oh, look at that! You got 7. I got 1.
Yeah, and this guy had a bunch on the wall here. So I got 7. I got 8.
Ooh, that one's beautiful.
Yeah, I like his crotch.
No, I like
bet
the
you do.
ankle. Yeah, it looks cool.
Well, like I got a bubble helmet too.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And then I picked this one up as well. 14. Then
Cool.
Morning,
there you
Stevie.
go. And I also, the thing that I loved about this is in the 50-cent bin in the same shop, I was like, man, I'm really getting in all this Nick Fury stuff. I never owned this run, and he had like 20 of them just sitting here in a row. I got the Nick Fury from the 90s. Yeah, and the coolest thing about this is this wonderful bubble cover where he's smoking a cigar inside of his spacesuit. We need more of that.
Oh,
yeah. How does that work exactly?
The fact that it doesn't have smoke coming out of it is more funny.
Like some of the covers on these are just really, really nice looking books, and I've never gotten into this run at all. So I'm really.
I don't know if he knows this, but smoking a cigar in an oxygen-rich environment is not a great
I
idea.
know it's like probably not a great idea. There's another.
Let's ask the nursing home.
Here's the other smoking in a spacesuit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Is he actually smoking, or does he just have
look
the
at that.
Did Marlboro help chip
Why
in?
no breath?
And, you know,
Look at the
And
junk.
let's look at that hip. Let's look at that hip cannon. Holy shit!
You can see the hip cannon past his massive tits.
yeah. Unfortunately, that's not a great drawing.
I don't know why they cast Samuel L. Jackson with it, because they just got Anna Nicole Smith to do it. Nick Fury.
Yeah, I got all these.
She can smoke in a space helmet.
Awesome, Airboy.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I've never gotten into Airboy at all.
Whole ton of them.
Rob's into the covers.
How about Dave
Well,
Stevens?
there's only one that's the fucking. The rest of
Good
them.
one.
Although you get the Heap, and he's like before Swamp Thing and Man Thing.
The Proto Man thing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the first one of the early swamp creatures. And
The
stuff.
first dick nose swamp monster.
Yeah, first dick nose Muckman. Before that, all the Muckman had normal noses, not penis noses.
And then you have these.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on mine.
Ooh,
Spears
that's
exclusive.
good.
The Matt Wilson exclusive. The Martin Zavala exclusive. That thing's freaking
Ooh, that one's beautiful.
yeah, airbrushed.
Wow.
The customed Austin LeMay.
Of course.
Got him to add all the
That's
blood on
amazing.
there.
He
and stuff.
scribbled all over
I
your.
just subbed up to
comic
Austin.
book.
I didn't realize he had a channel.
I got this. Yeah, y'all subscribe to Austin LeMay. Got the regular, and then had a curated 1-of-1 metal.
What are you doing knocking on that comic?
How come you don't have a Batwoman?
I can't believe your wife isn't coming in and slapping you for that. That's
Because these are the ones I got.
okay.
So you got every cover except the Batwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck Batwoman.
So
I'm not a Batwoman
Wow.
fan.
she sucks. We all hate her. You're the only one who cares. No, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on Batwoman.
Women's superheroes are harder
Yeah,
to get into.
These
than
things
female
cost Rob
superheroes.
like little like some people might not think about it, but Rob, Lynx, and myself, we have to pay for all this shit too if we want it.
full
Just like-
retail, full same
Full-
same
yeah,
price.
full price. So yeah. After adding these up, I'm like, and I had it in my second, like, you know what? I'm fucking good. That's another $30. I'm good right now.
Yeah, but
I know that we have
in
copies left. If I change
Pride
my mind
Month,
on
you
the
choose
road.
to say not. You chose to say fuck Batwoman during Pride Month. I see how you
Well,
are.
the Batwoman piece is
It's not even her
nice.
real hair. It's a wig.
yeah.
Well, I got news for you. It's not real Batman's voice, but
Well, now you just shattered my illusion. Thanks.
I know.
Hi, Bleeker.
Hey there, how you doing?
Good. Wow. Are you sick or you?
Hey, Bleak, do you have a bubble helmet? We could see what's smoking.
Yeah,
through
you
the
just
bubble
smoke
helmet.
inside of the spaceman helmet.
We need a test run this smoking in a bubble helmet. You got a fishbowl laying
The
around?
fact that he's walking
Exactly.
is
Really
is
depends
kind
what
of
you're
impressive that he
hotboxing.
might actually have it.
If not, you could just say.
Yeah, perfect.
There you go.
Hey!
How very
You've
ancient
clearly
field
done
of
that
you.
before. You've clearly done that before, bro.
What are you
When
talking
you want to
about?
get real high,
If you want to get Vader high,
that's right.
That's why they
Breathe
keep
your
their
own
target-
second hand. You can get stoned and second
First hand,
high.
second hand.
Right.
you can
Third
hotbox
hand.
yourself.
That's not how it's done. This is how it's done.
I picked up a Steranko this week.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna show?
And
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that's nice
Uh-oh.
and fine.
Nice.
Ooh,
9
9
Lane
point.
Blade
Beautiful.
Runner.
Can you turn it a little bit? I can't see it.
Oh,
Can you-
yeah,
I've
it's
never
hard to
seen
see.
that.
It's Marvel Super Special number 22. It's the first appearance of Blade Runner in an actual size comic. Before this, they did make a pocket-sized Blade Runner comic.
Is that a Blade Runner in
Cool.
your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
But yeah, that's a Steranko cover. I actually didn't know that until I
A
was
Blade
checking
Runner
it
in
out.
your pocket there, Carmelo Anthony?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
That's your one for the day. Rob got his one.
Yeah,
Drew got his
yeah,
one.
what are we going to do?
Who got their Sterankos?
Not I. I don't like Steranko very much, actually.
That's a hateful thing to say.
Yeah, it's really
It
neat.
is.
That's
It
not.
is.
You know what? To be fair,
It is. And I
to
know
be
it.
fair,
Sorry.
How
I'm
could you
too-
the last time I saw Steranko, he was talking mad shit about you. So
Yeah, I did forget to show this
I'm
one.
sure.
This one's
I'm sure
This is-
I'm sure I'm in his
It
head
was-
somewhere, right?
I was like, mad.
I
He's
got
like,
this
that
filter.
bitch.
So one of the things I did pick up was a sketchbook. This is the Arthur Adams sketchbook, but it was really cool. It's preliminary sketches. But look at the thickness of this thing.
Holy
Yeah, it's
shit.
thick
That's
with
a
two
thick boy.
You know, he could have made the book taller and wider and not had to waste
Yeah,
so many pages.
I agree.
Well,
I
there's
agree.
there's
you could have been the
actually,
spine just trying to look at it.
No, but it's gorgeous. I love this stuff.
Are you gonna color it in or
Yeah,
what?
he did have a
Yeah,
sketchbook.
open it
Yeah,
up
you
and
gotta
look
cut-
up
You
what's
can-
in
Get some
he's gonna
crayons.
practice it. He's gonna practice his inking.
Yeah, you practicing your inking on that one? It's gonna be good.
Look at
That's
my
a
little
good book.
signature there. You can practice your inking on this thing. There's some really cool pieces, but it's a nice thick book. It's just preliminary sketches. That's all it is. So it's all in blue line. So, but
That's
it was really
primarily
cool.
why I buy sketch covers. I like the color of them. It's nice.
I love these books, man. And you know, me and Arthur Adams, we're good friends now. So if you know, you know.
Could your children use that?
No.
Are you gonna hit them if they do? Wait. How hard are you gonna hit them if they do?
You know, the fact that one's gonna be 21 and the other one's gonna be 16, I think it'll be hard.
That means you can hit them harder now. They can take.
Well, that is true. They're gonna do some good stuff in there.
Yeah,
they built a resiliency.
They do their own thing. I got my CGC pin too, so there it is. Because I did submit. So you got a little pow.
Pow.
I got this one.
You submit your work to CGC, don't you, Izzy?
Yes,
like
I do.
Your sketch covers.
Yeah, I did a few.
You know, Rad Art and Comics. You know, Rad Art and Comics. He's just started getting into that. He could probably use a little. Do you mind if I send him your way to ask a couple of questions?
Yeah, he could. We've talked before, so he definitely could do that.
Perfect.
It's a matter of giving them a call. I think they'll do it.
Yeah.
You got a 10. I got a 0.5, which I loved it.
10 JSA. So I got a free signed card.
Ooh, was it like one of those Pokemon cards that no one cares about?
Oh, it would have been cooler if it was a Pokemon card.
Was it Yu-Gi-Oh then?
No, it was a Halo card.
Halo?
See if I
like the video game Halo?
Yes, the video game Halo.
Master Chef?
I don't even know where I had it. Oh, here it is. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, signed too.
Yeah.
Nice.
8.5.
Is that the Arbiter?
It is a Arbiter.
Oh. Yeah, I thought there was only one.
Is there more than one? Just one?
I thought it was the one guy whose title was the Arbiter.
Have any of you guys watched the movie Savage Land?
No.
The what?
It's
it's
called
Sauron in it.
No, it's called
trying to turn people into dinosaurs. Because if so, I'm going to watch it.
No, it's like a weird. Okay, if you like found footage film, obviously everybody's hating it on these days. But if you like, I know crime documentaries, like true crime documentaries, it's a set like a true crime documentary, but it's a zombie film. It's really good. It's pretty good. It's on YouTube right now. It's pretty fun. It's pretty good.
I'm sure it'll be in movie theaters. They'll make a gazillion.
No. It's old. It's a YouTube movie. It's a really good YouTube movie.
Let's still do it just because we need people to go to movies. Let's put one of those YouTube movies on theaters again.
It's fantastic. They Backrooms is blowing the shit out of Star Wars. Fuck you. Get out of here.
Backrooms, Obsession.
Is it better than Madam Web?
I just found that I'm putting it into my watch later thing.
Far better than Madam Web.
It's the new bar, man. I'm trying to find movies that aren't as good as Madam Web.
That's hard to do, but I think
it's pretty easy. Wonder Woman 84 is not as good as Madam Web.
Oh yeah.
Wonder Woman 84 is pretty bad.
I disagree, just because there's more action pieces in Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah,
for that
containing poorly concealed mannequins.
But it has Pedro Pascal in it.
Pedro Pascal in that movie screaming at the end and overacting is the only redeeming quality of that movie is how much he overacts at the end of that movie.
Pedro was only good. Pedro was only good in Game of Thrones.
Well, Pedro's good, but he has a mustache because apparently sand mustache is not a good Pedro.
When she swings between those two trucks from her lasso out of the air with nothing to grab onto, that's the best scene I've ever seen, man. It's fantastic.
Dude, that whole movie is inexplicably terrible.
Nothing beats a mall scene. battle. You know what I'm saying?
She was so good. So good.
Wonder Woman 84 is not as good as Madam Web, but it's still better than Aquaman 2. That movie is awful.
Crazy.
That movie is so
You
bad.
are outside.
All right,
of
okay.
your
Before we
mind.
get into the Aquaman fucking debate, hi Matt, how are you?
It's not a debate. Drew's
Yeah,
just
it's gonna
wrong.
be. I can tell it's gonna be right now.
Aquaman is one of the
ignore it.
best DC universe movies ever made.
Yes.
Aquaman 2 is one of the worst.
No.
And that includes like Catwoman.
Well, it's no house
Aquaman-
party.
Whoa,
It's no house party.
It's not. It's not
you
House
ruined
Party.
House
It's not even House Party 2.
Catwoman. Catwoman is unbearable.
Yeah, I think
if there's a movie
Catwoman
that's
is
worse
raspberry.
than Madam Web, it is
In all
Catwoman.
seriousness, Catwoman's like comparable to Madam Web. Like that time era, the vibe that Catwoman has very Madam Web-ish vibes. And
And
Yeah,
when it
that's
came
a
out
good
at the
comparison.
time, it was supposed to come out, and it's
Yes.
still terrible.
Yeah,
yes,
and
It's still
and then,
terrible.
the
Like,
basketball
when you're
scene where
Aquaman
she-
2, what's your excuse?
Oh, that movie's bad.
I don't know.
I'd
I'd
watch
watch
that-
Catwoman
that-
again.
You know what, Drew? You know what? I got something for Drew. This is for Drew.
More blood. Don't get it.
Yeah, remember when the Power Rangers had worse acting and worse special effects? It's
Was
called
that in the
Aquaman 2.
was that in the water? Is that scene in
No.
the water?
No.
I don't remember that.
No, not nearly enough of that movie happens in the water.
What? 80% of the movie is in the water.
Yeah, he's a fish. He'd be dead. The other 20%.
He's not going to be dead. He can breathe air and water.
What
He's
kind of
highborn.
Aquaman can breathe?
You don't even
He's
know.
like-
You don't
he's
even,
like
you don't even
Kevin
watch the
Costner in
movies you
Waterworld.
criticize.
I watched the one where his mom was the fucking pretty lady and his dad
You know what,
was
Drew?
Boba Fett. Yeah,
Wow, that
we
was
don't
pretty
need any
good.
more of that.
Wasn't
Thank
his
God
mom
he's
the
Lobo
Lobo's
now.
good.
lady? She was
I
just
gotta watch that one.
So good.
That's the first one. The
you
second
found her
one.
in AMC just looking at movies like trailers.
That second Aquaman movie is trash.
You know what,
Is it?
Drew?
You know, you keep showing highlights as
I'm
if they're highlights
so
and not
getting
lowlights. They're lowlights. They're
So
terrible
getting
movie.
dinged by Warner Brothers today.
I can't. wait for you.
100%. 100%.
Oh yeah, they're already. They're out right now going.
They're gonna be like, yeah, nobody paid to see this
They're
movie.
like-
We need to
I
get some
got
money
it.
for it
I
somehow.
actually have a clip of Warner Brothers on the way to ding me right here.
Say my name so my powers flow through you.
They're like,
Big
"Dear,
gun. There
God,
they go.
Shazam 2 was also terrible,
Well,
but
well,
it
now
wasn't
you
as
gotta
bad
get
as.
But how many?
Madam
But
Web.
how many Black Adams do you have?
Black Adam was pretty good.
They're
I
all
have
just
a Black
Adams.
Adam clip in my phone that I haven't uploaded yet.
If it wasn't for that lady and her son, Black Adam would have been an alright movie.
I think it was just the son. He was kind of corny,
The
too
son
much
was
ADR.
annoying.
The lady, I think, was perfectly fine. I enjoyed Black Adam a whole lot. Like I legit liked it, but
Wasn't she
I
becomes
see the
Isis-
genuine
She's supposed to be ISIS,
genuine
right?
corniness with the kid just didn't really fit the rest of it.
Yeah, I don't think the way they try to tie it to audience, like the point of view characters were all terrible in that movie.
then,
I
of course-
agree. I thought she was bad too.
But
And
how
then,
do
of
y'all
course,
feel
The
about
Rock.
this one?
The greatest
That is-
Superman we never had, buddy.
Good Superman, bad movie.
Wait a minute.
Really, really bad movie.
Was that S
Not as bad
different
as Madam
in the
Web, though.
original costume?
Yes, that was the Nicolas Cage S.
No,
That S is
But
unique to
the-
just Nicolas Cage.
But in the movie, the S that we see, the one that you just showed, that looks like a regular standard S.
It's like
Superman.
it's lifted and raised. It's not the Superman Returns S from Tim Burton.
Yeah.
No, that was in the
not-
Flash,
it's not-
wasn't it?
So to be fair, the one that we saw on the suits for the try-on weren't necessarily the final product either, but it was.
Yeah.
I like how you show a clip of the cool part at the end of that movie and not the part where it's 50 minutes of two Ezra Millers on the screen at the same fucking time.
Come on,
Dude,
the best
Nick
part
Cage
of that movie is
Superman
the
is-
babies.
Is my favorite part.
Babies
Oh,
flying.
It's the best. Nick Cage being in that movie is the best part of that movie.
Yeah, why wouldn't I? Why would I?
Did they
choose
pay
not to
Nick
put
Cage?
that?
I'm pretty
No.
sure.
Is it just me, or does Nick Cage not have the bone structure for Superman?
He has
Well,
a bone
that's not-
structure for
He's
He
the
eating.
bone
doesn't have the
structure. Whatever the
hairline
hell he
either.
wants to do.
I
Doesn't
don't
have the
know,
hairline
he's got
either. So what are you gonna
Stop
say?
putting limits on
Structure.
Nicolas Cage's
You
career.
know,
Nicolas Cage is whatever he wants to be.
Look,
Yeah.
you can be wrong. Mark's doing it.
it makes me long for Henry Cavill, right?
Wow.
He's-
AR says Wonder Woman 84 is one of my favorite films ever.
It's not bad. I like it too. I think it was good.
terrible.
You know what? It is my second favorite Wonder Woman movie.
Terrible.
It's not terrible.
There
You
aren't
got
any good
Gal
Wonder
Gadot
Woman
in
movies.
there. You know
No.
what's
Wonder
terrible
Woman
about
movie's
that?
terrible.
You know.
She looks great in the cosplay. I'll give you that.
Yes. Yeah. She's awesome.
So this
She don't look like Gina Davis.
She's no Gina Davis.
The problem is, like,
no
she's
Brie Arthur.
beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. She just doesn't look like, I don't know. She looks like she could break at any second.
She's
So-
not-
Hell no.
She's not really a good actress, though.
She's pretty
Let's be
thin.
honest.
She's a terrible
Yeah.
actress.
She's no B. Arthur.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. No
Oh,
B. Arthur.
Now we're talking here.
B. Arthur's who you need when you need a sturdy woman.
B. Arthur would be a great Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Just
she's
look
dead,
at-
and we don't need any more of those movies.
Just look at people with that face.
God, Drew.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, did you open up the pack of cards yet?
Yeah.
I didn't even get to see what you got.
Oh, I thought I opened it up in front of you, but we'll show it.
I don't remember, dude.
He said,
I
I opened
really
it up
don't
in front
remember.
of you.
It's like your
Was there a snake
inability
eyes?
to pay attention.
I don't. I actually don't remember.
I don't even know what the set's from. Like, but
It's
okay, we
from
got
early. I got that in.
that's the
Yeah,
cover.
look at
They're
that.
showing, like, that's the cover for the cover.
Okay, now I remember. I remember that one.
And we got special missions.
What are these? Are they like postcards or something?
No,
Trading
so
cards,
these were
I
the
think,
cards that
back in the
were
day.
back in the day.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, you
Got,
got to
like,
do.
Luke.
Stats on the back,
Look at that.
and
Oh,
Oh.
Cobra Commander.
which character is that? That's Cobra Commander.
Yeah, Deep Six.
Also, you got some pretty good cards.
Oh yeah, we got I don't know who this one is, Snow Serpent, but that might have
That's
been
Snow
when I
Serpent.
quit buying the toys. When I got
Snow Surfer. That's
It's a serpent in the snow.
about
or
80,
we'll just call them
89.
skis.
about 89, 90s when I quit collecting toys because I started noticing other things in life.
Were they boobs? Were they?
Yeah.
Tell me
Was
they were boobs.
it your
Yeah.
was it your penis?
I think it was boobs.
Pretty sure it was.
You know who's got some great boobs? Nick Fury.
I got these. I
That's
don't
from
know
all
what
that
these-
smoking in the bubble.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's just tumors.
Smoking in the boys.
That's where it all stores.
So I have
Sweet
Who
that,
needs to get who needs to get surgery? All you have to do is just smoke in a bubble helmet and they'll grow.
That's it, man. That's all you got to do.
I think I showed you all of them. Yeah, that's all of them.
Cool. Yeah, so there was a candy store when I went to the
Oh,
Jack
okay,
Kirby thing. There was a candy store and they had all those cards.
Izzy, I'll show you off Izzy's cover again.
There you go.
Wang.
And then I got to show off Roscoe's. We'll do that. So
I love that one.
Dang. Awesome. Also awesome.
You'll be Apocalypse playing cover, man. Where you come across those?
I don't know, but I'm glad he did.
Ron, if
The
anybody
matchup
that you
between
should.
John Carpenter's The Thing and Scooby Doo. So
That's amazing.
yeah, I got to get a frame for that one. Or both of those.
Can you send it into CGC?
I will
Yeah.
I will have to give him the slip to send him to
You'll have to
CPC.
give me a
Oh, I
paper
see.
to do it. Yep.
Yeah.
I got that one too.
Oh, DW.
Dang. Nice remark.
Wait, in the comic capsule.
Yeah. I'll show you what a friend of my show or a friend of mine gave me at the con. I'd never met him before.
But yet they're still friends.
I wasn't
that's
gonna
how it
say
goes in the
anything.
Internet world, though, dude.
Well, Matt has these things called fans, Izzy.
They're called.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Wow. Ooh, I love that face.
Hey, I got one of his signatures this weekend.
Yep. I just thought that was a hell of a gift.
Did he draw Spider-Man as Hawkeye?
He always draws that same remark. That's just a standard remark.
It's a good one.
Unless you catch him while he's trying to run to go meet up with somebody and force him to do it rushing.
Yeah. Nice. Or in the bathroom.
You got that double signed.
Oh, you got the signatures, yeah.
Matt, how much did you spend at Larry Hama's booth?
$140.
Boom! Mission accomplished.
I told you I was going to do it. It was worth it. I got to talk to him for like 15, 20 minutes. So
Larry's a good dude, and he's fun to talk to too.
He told me some funny stories about, like, I gave him a book to get signed. Well, I'll show it to you. It's a Marvel Premiere book. If I can find it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a Marvel Premiere 18. He did the interior artwork, and he I wish I turned to a 10-year-old. I would have
Iron Fist issue.
I would have recorded like our conversation, because he's told me this was the book. That was the comic where he drew it, where the writer told him just like 3 sentences worth of what to do, and he drew it all, and he got paid like $30 a page, and then the writer got paid like 10 times more than he did. And he said, "Fuck this, I'm gonna be a writer."
You can do, but you know what? The real money's in lettering. That's where the real money comes in.
That's so tedious, bro. Lettering is shit.
Yeah, but I've written letters before. It doesn't seem like work.
It sucks in comic books. Lettering sucks.
Can confirm.
It really does.
That it's not work or that it sucks?
Both.
Okay. Cool.
Anyway, yes, I did see that one.
That's a nice pickup, man.
All right, guys, gotta go.
That looks like in great shape.
See ya. Bye, everybody.
Hey, take it easy.
It's all right. I think the Mylar is doing all the heavy lifting.
As long as somebody's propping it up.
So that Mylar is good stuff, man. That Mylar.
I love that Mylar magic.
I got the Crow.
What did Kirkham get? He got Mask, Turok,
hot book this weekend.
What did he get? Mask, Turok, and something else.
Turok, Solar, and Magnus.
Yeah, he got Gold Key.
Hardy.
He bought Gold Key rights, which features Turok, Magnus, and Dr. Solar.
Is there more than that in that package?
I think did he get Rom? Did he get Rom as well? I think he got Rom.
Yeah, Rom was a separate thing.
Yeah,
Rom apparently has a secret cover in those masked blind bags.
He does.
It's not a secret.
If you've never read Mask, Rom actually shows up in the Mask comic book. So
I thought
now
Rom
it's all starting to come together like butt cheeks.
Rom is Hasbro still though, isn't it?
Well, so is Transformers and stuff. He's getting
right.
Yeah.
But Rom was always tied to the Marvel stuff because Marvel published him in all the comics initially.
Yeah, same with Mask, right? Wasn't the original Mask comics to Marvel?
Mm-hmm. The original Transformers comics were too.
But Rom's good morning, everybody. But Rom's place is uniquely important in Marvel history because he's there battling the Dire Wraiths, and that storyline is actually the storyline that's supposed to take place while everyone else is captured during the Secret Wars.
Oh, nice.
I thought that I thought Mask was published by DC Comics.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, I think Mask was DC. But again, very different things. Where there was a design from Mattel for Rom, and they wanted a place to tell stories, and they didn't put it on a separate. There it is, DC Comics. Or Mass.
Yeah, DC Comics. There it is.
It's not Mattel either. It was Kenner.
They took Rom and fully integrated him into their world, into their universe, right? They never did that with any other licensed property. So Rom stands as something very unique.
Death's Head.
Death's Head was
kind of the same.
Of Marvel UK, was he not?
I don't think so. I think Death's Head was an outside property as well. I could be wrong. I don't know. Two in a row. I'd be wrong.
I'm gonna find out because
I never happened before.
I am 90% sure it's Marvel UK.
This has never happened. What is this?
Yeah, this is all right. Everybody, place your bets.
He first appeared in the Transformers UK number 113, created by Simon Furman and Jeff Senior for the Marvel UK licensed Transformers series, only conceived as a throwaway character. Before his debut, Death's Head was introduced in a one-page strip called High Noon Tax, featured on the back of several Marvel UK titles. So yes, his origin is continuously Marvel UK.
Oh, there you go.
I
was
love that.
under the impression that he was also a toy company creation that got popular via the Transformers comic. But I guess I was wrong.
Well, he's actually a toy that wasn't that. The comic book was more successful than the toy, wasn't it?
That said, yeah, for sure.
Well, I don't know.
Rom.
I felt that
Rom was a toy way before it was a comic book, though.
I know, but it lasted longer as a comic book than it did as a toy.
I guess. I don't know. Cable's sword in the Hickman era stuff is a Space Knight sword. Space Knights are in that. It's a Rom tie-in. Rom's all over the place.
Well, Marvel can use Space Knights. And we've seen that. Not too recently, but we've seen it. So I feel like that's...
There was something else recently that used Space Knights, too.
Yeah.
Were there Space Knights in the Imperial series?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yep.
And also, what's his name was a Space Knight for
Hickman likes the Space
Venom.
Knights. Venom was a Space Knight. Yep. He was a Guardian of the Galaxy.
Look at Flash Thompson. Look how far he came from being in that wheelchair. Come on.
Yeah.
Cliff, it's nice to see you. I hope you're having a good morning. I can't hear him though.
I think he's frozen.
Who's frozen?
Cliff.
Sorry.
Oh. No, he was just personally frozen.
Deep in thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just saying hi. It's good to see
every
you.
once in a while I will get a message, right? And then it'll be something I consider important, and it will come with news that it shakes me. And so yes, I will get lost in thought. What was the question?
I said hi. Nice to see you.
Oh, hi, baby. I love the mirror. I love the floral decor. I love the pillows.
Thank you. This is my abode here.
Did anyone else watch the fights?
Yeah, absolutely.
I started.
I watched the Strickland fight, but then
right
after
away.
that,
No, the one from last weekend, the 250. They were all really pretty solid.
They were.
I watched them while I was sitting there.
That's about it.
I was out of town, so I watched them the next day while I had to get in the car, new tires. I was sitting there, like, perfect. Catch up on these.
not Strickland, the O'Malley fight. That's the one I watched.
Yeah, dude. What was it, round one?
He
Clocked him and then hit him with a 2-piece, and he was done.
It was round 2, knocked him out in the first 2 minutes of round 2.
Yeah. But it was a
really cool event.
Yeah, it was a good show.
It was something, man. The walkouts through the White House or something. Like
No, that was
The
crazy.
whole production
cool,
of it
dude.
was fucking cool.
The production was over the top.
That's how I know that people have that Trump derangement syndrome, because the dude does enough that you can judge him on, but when he puts on something cool like that, like, come on, just note that it's cool. And people are like, oh, there's blood sport. The UFC is not blood sport. They stop those fights way before anything gets interesting.
I don't know if you watched the last fight.
Yeah, there was definitely blood.
Blood doesn't mean it's a blood sport. You know what I mean? It's like violence in combat sports is
Dude almost broke his neck jumping off the cage. This guy was just one broke his neck back.
I found out something special about Michelle Obama.
Yeah, that was something.
Dude is crazy.
Yo.
Yeah, whatever you think about it, the event itself was a stunning event. They did a great job.
Coming from a Canadian, that means a lot. Thank you.
They're always in awe of the things we do.
Not really, but that event, man.
They don't have enough ingredients in their sugar cereals, so they're jealous of everything the Americans have.
They're jealous of our red number 6 and yellow.
Yellow.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Jealous of all those cancer color.
How many unpronounceable chemicals do you have in your Captain Crunch? 0? Okay.
Hey,
fucking loser.
The more weird shit, the better it tastes.
Yeah, Bleeker. How many carcinogens do you have in your Fruity Pebbles?
Yuck.
Do you remember I would take cereal as a child, and then my mom would not buy sugary cereal. She would always buy Chex or grape nuts or something, and I would take that bowl of cereal and I would put spoonfuls of sugar on top of it before I ate it, and that was like common practice.
Mom wouldn't let us buy any cereal where sugar was in the first 2 ingredients.
Right, and
so
then
I was always looking at the box trying to find where sugar was the third and. Where was sugar the third ingredient?
You exclusively ate bran flakes and wonder why you were shitting your pants in elementary school.
It's like, I guess we need to get some
I'm ridiculously excited for House of Dragons, dude. I think
I am so excited. I only watched Game of Thrones.
I think it's going to be great, and I'm excited to have more Thrones universe stuff, but I do think House of Dragon is the weakest link.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones was so great. And I really love.
But is there even a weak link when all 3 things that we've gotten so far are just completely top tier?
Yeah,
I would say
I agree.
The first season of House of Dragons has like a 3-episode lull where
I
almost checked out.
Like I'll give you credit; they do a good job building character, stories, purpose, and direction. Yeah, go bat on them. Oh no.
Yeah, you can't just jump into it. You have to build it up.
I'm sorry. The original, whatever. The original Dragon shit. That one was running for 4 years, and then
Game of Thrones is the greatest television show that has ever existed, bar none.
It burst into flames and in tragedy, not in a phoenix. At the end, the last
really great ending to that series.
Hot garbage.
Fantastic ending of that series. Wasn't rushed. Perfectly produced. Anybody who didn't see it coming weren't paying attention.
No, the ending was truthful and believable and makes sense.
It was poorly. It was thoughtful and yet poorly executed at the same time. All right, those bastards wanted to run to their Star Wars job that they lost. Okay, and they were sloppy as hell. Starbucks cups everywhere. That whole battle, freaking hour of supposed to be an epic battle that made no sense. More darkness than you could see what was going on.
Get a better TV.
Constantly imperiled.
He's mad they didn't have street lights in Winterfell.
Man, you're really upset. You don't have high dynamic range, aren't you? You need them deeper blacks and them brighter whites.
I thought the last 2 seasons were shit.
Last 2 seasons.
I think your life would be a lot better if you had some deepness.
So great.
I was just happy to be involved in watching the scenes go on in the future because I enjoyed them so much. So I was just so grateful to get to see the characters still play out, you know?
Hedge Knight was friggin' awesome. So.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms is the perfect supplement to Game of Thrones because it gives you all of the wonderful character work, all of the wonderful humor, all the wonderful world building without the seriousness of everything being on fire and there being dragons everywhere.
I loved it.
The Comic Viking really says Breaking Bad is the greatest series ever. I say Breaking Bad was amazing, but it really brought me down when I watch it. You know, like
stop watching that show.
The stuff of like the bad side of humanity and stuff. It was just kind of brought me down. You know, Game of Thrones. Woo, I'm happy.
Breaking Bad isn't even the best show in its own universe. Better Call Saul is so much better.
I know, but both
tried
shows
that.
succeed in sticking to their own landing. I mean, and again, there was a point where I could not watch week to week because it made me a freaking wreck to watch that show.
Drew's full of hot takes today, Eddie.
I don't know. Game of Thrones nailed the landing. I mean, they paid off the Chekhov's gun that was her being a fucking maniac villain that they pulled out in the first episode of the series.
That they made you fall in love with and think she was perfect and she was the peaceful.
Anybody who was paying attention or ever knew a woman knew that was not the case.
And like then she turned into a fucking maniac.
No, she was a maniac the whole time. She was burning people alive.
Why?
She was mad.
Witches.
She's a crazy person.
How else are you supposed to kill them? Is it better if they get a sword through the heart? Is that better?
Chop their fucking head off.
She's trying to conquer. She's trying
chop
to get
their
her
head off
throne
because
back.
that's what's socially acceptable at the time and place.
Well, no, dragons are socially acceptable at the time.
No,
True.
burning people alive was seen as a horrible thing from everybody who ever witnessed it happen.
It is a horrible way to go. I agree, but unless you're fleeing and you decide to stay out of this, fight, you would have left by then. I think you would have seen
And I love how Drew whipped out socially acceptable of the time from a world that doesn't exist and is not our own.
That's the thing about a fully realized world. The fact that it's a fully realized world means that there are socially acceptable things within that world that fit the form of that
but
world.
the viewers
creates its own reality.
The viewers don't know the rules and regulations.
Yes, they do, because it's been described to them through a fully realized world that's been portrayed to them over 10 fucking episodes, over 8 seasons.
It's phenomenal.
The reason why other shows fail is because you can't realize that there's a socially acceptable thing that exists within the framework of that world. They're not fully realized.
Do you remember the first episode? Ned Stark has to like decapitate one of the people in the scouts or something because they said they saw a White Walker and they were the only one left, and he's like, "All right, you're going," and we're just like, "What the fuck?" Like this is how it goes here.
He's teaching his kids a lesson. He's like, "Hey, when you got to cut a head off, you got to cut a head off. We don't like."
And then he's like, "You better watch this. You better watch this. This will be your job soon."
That pilot episode tells you absolutely everything you need to know about each and every one of those characters.
Almost, yeah.
Almost.
Snowfall.
I love Deadwood. That's really
wonderful.
good.
Deadwood is great.
Great.
It just unfortunately didn't have an
Just
ending.
petered out.
The movie.
I actually enjoyed Snowfall too.
Did you watch the movie, Rob?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
Came out like 2 years after the series. It wraps it up.
It was okay.
You know what was awful?
But
you know what was awful? The worst of all those was John from Cincinnati.
I love that show because it made no sense.
I hated that show.
It's like watching anime.
I love how Drew just has reverse takes for everything.
No, that show.
He's a contrarian.
Mark,
everyone's like, "This is the worst show ever." Everyone agrees with Drew. Goes, "I love it."
That made no sense at all.
Drew,
so why would you like it for not letting? If you can't make sense of it.
Because I wanted to know what was happening. Like the characters were well portrayed by good actors, and it drug me into thinking that something was going to be explained that never was.
You're saying things that's wrong.
That doesn't make it good.
No. I understand that overall. It's like I watched that show, and at the end of it, I was like, "What the fuck? Why did I do that?"
But
every episode,
would you rather watch that or the Penguin?
If
Penguin for sure.
I'd rather have sex with a cheese grater.
Drew would
for the whole year, if you ask me.
Flawless.
This is. I look at it kind of the same way I look at like Tom King's Batman. Right. Every issue of Tom King's Batman was a well put together story with good art and good prose in it, and it was a well produced comic book. That you can't really say anything bad about. But when you look at his whole run, I look at it and I think, well, Batman would never do that. None of that makes any fucking sense. So John from Cincinnati, it's like I wanted to know what was going on with these characters, where everything was coming from, what this all was, and none of it gets explained. None of it makes any fucking sense. But there are still lines from that show that stick in my brain like a splinter in my mind.
Can you name one
All
of
right,
them?
my nerdy collection.
Yeah, time to dump out.
It was bad.
Time
You
to
mean it was
dump out.
good? Or
Yeah.
it was bad?
Did you watch that show?
I've never heard of it.
It's like he's either an alien or an angel
or Jesus or
more importantly, Silo season 3 is coming back. We just got the trailer for Silo season 3.
Luke Perry in that?
Lioness season 3. We just got the
Only
trailer
if
for
he can
that.
come back from the dead.
His sons could play the role.
Justin, how are you doing this
The
morning?
Jungle Boy.
You
Good.
look like you're over there working.
What?
You look like you're over there working.
No, I was checking my orders. I just ordered a bunch of shit.
There you go. Are they on the way?
They are. Well, ordered, but not on the way. Because they can't ship that fast.
What'd you
Amazon's
order?
pretty fucking fast, but I can't do it that quickly.
What'd you order?
Do you have
Whole
someone
bunch
you
of
can bribe at
movies and-
Amazon yet?
What
a
is
whole
it?
bunch of movies, and then those 2 comics I was mentioning last time, if all you remember.
I don't.
The ones that I couldn't find, a J.G. Jones book, and then that Jason Latour book.
J.G. Jones was just at HeroesCon.
Ah.
He was right by the Comic Screen Cancer booth. We were right by David Finch, J.G. Jones, Rod Reese. We had a nice little spot every year.
Nice.
You need to come out to HeroesCon, Justin. You would love it.
I do.
Yeah.
What
The
Latour
worst
book
part
did you
is
get?
I totally could have done it this year because I'm in between jobs and I didn't have any prior obligations.
We'll start a GoFundMe now, and hopefully by next year you'll be prepped.
There we go.
What Latour book did you get?
What
Jason Latour book did you get?
It was the new one. It's a super ego one. That's all of his like comics he did a while ago. It was published by Image, and I just picked it up. Decided,
Okay.
why not?
I like a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, me too.
It's no John from Cincinnati, but
Jesus. What else is new?
Nothing a whole
I
lot.
sent you pictures of my artwork, Mark.
What movies did you order?
A whole bunch of them.
Artwork.
Through the entire list. That if anyone's seen it, Good Time, that severely underrated Robert Pattinson movie.
Mm-mm.
I've heard of it. I
Really?
didn't want to watch it.
I
Good
was
writer.
going
He's
to
fucking
finally
cool.
watch
Prolific
Midsommar for the
writer.
first time.
I heard nothing but good stuff about that.
Yeah.
It's got what's her name in it? I like her.
The Whale, because I want to
Brendan Fraser.
Oh, but that was a great.
I'm a
movie.
big Brendan Fraser fan. I want to see his new movie, the World War II flick he just put out.
Yeah, that looks really good.
the D-Day weather movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anybody going to watch Supergirl next week?
Oh, of course.
No.
No.
TM nerdy, I'm going to fight you in the street. I didn't like Joey. I didn't even like Friends.
He
I
does
didn't
look like a
either.
Joey guy,
What I
doesn't
really
he?
liked though was Frasier. Frasier was always funny.
Frasier is great.
Yeah.
I recently got a new TV and they've got all these like free like Tubi channels or whatever I put on the
Yeah.
streaming. And there's like a channel on Tubi that's just Frasier and Cheers. And I watch it entirely too much.
No, Frasier is so freaking like intellectually funny and sophisticated funny, and it makes you feel like you're not being like talked down to.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
Daphne's hot.
Yeah.
I feel the same way when I watch Rick and Morty. So I
The
guess
Daphne's hot.
Why would you watch Rick and
My
Morty?
favorite show was Community.
It's very well written.
Community is so good, dude. That show rocks.
It's well written. It's very smart.
I could watch Community right now. Like I've seen it 100,000 times, but
I'm a huge fan of Community.
It's no Parks and Rec, but
I could watch
I-
that show.
I don't even know
I
what
could watch that
Community
show right
is.
now too.
I
I
love
love that
Parks
show.
I don't know. I think when like NBC had
Go
like
ahead,
The
Drew.
Office,
Tell
Parks
us.
and Rec, and Community, that was probably the best it's ever been as far as like their level of comedies all at the same time. I've never been an Office guy. I mean, I'll watch it if it's
I like
on,
that show too.
but like Parks and Rec and Community, I thought those shows were fan-fucking-tastic.
None of those shows have anything on Blue Mountain State. All right, Blue Mountain State's the best TV show to ever come out.
Mark,
All right,
can you
fair
make a
enough.
break real quick? I want to show something
Badland
Rad made.
I hope Tubi
You know,
never.
I was
finds-
expecting you to say Letterkenny, and you
Letterkenny is really fucking
dropped
good.
the ball and let me down, Bleeker. Damn.
I love Letterkenny and
Shorzy.
Shorzy's really good. But
Laura Moore. Laura Moore. I don't know who I'm more in love with as a fictional character, Laura Moore or Bronnie McMurray.
Bonnie McMurray.
Bonnie McMurray.
Tell you, when I put on Pluto and watch one of those channels of endless stuff like Drew was talking about, instead of the Frasier one, I tend to find myself either watching the Addams Family channel, watching the classic reruns, or watching the Hogan's Heroes channel.
Oh
I like the Hogan's Heroes
I
channel.
like to watch Laverne and Shirley over there. Happy Days.
Are you watching MASH too?
I've watched MASH too many times.
Yeah, right. Mark, can you make me big real quick?
MASH gets
Brad has made here.
MASH has about like 5 seasons that are really good, and then the rest of them get a little off the rails.
I remember being so little watching that and just thinking like, "There's one girl with blonde hair, and that's it."
That's because Alda started directing it.
Ooh, this is what Rad is working on. He just posted this. This is amazing.
That is really good.
It looks a little swampy.
It's beautiful work. My God, he's so talented. Look at that. Fucking A. Sorry, so impressed. Okay.
That was awesome the way when you pulled back the phone, the whole thing changed.
Transition.
Yeah, exactly.
Production value, Rob.
Get ready to cut camera 2. Cut camera 2. Got it.
I think Rad is getting so good, and he's just improving all the time.
He's getting rad.
He's getting
radder by the minute. That's what I'm hearing.
I think he's going to see a lot of success.
He's getting his reps in. He's doing a lot of stuff, so it's always working.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna start. I started today, but I'm gonna start posting some stuff on the C3 IG channel, different stuff that's come in slowly, including some of the original artwork pages and some other stuff. So make sure you're following that Instagram or Facebook so you can see them as they start to come up. And yeah, I think, you know what, Legion, I think one of the things that you and I need to schedule, I think we need to do a live to unbox this box of slabs that Nelson.
Yeah, dude, I was hyped for that. Did it arrive properly for you? Because
it arrived while I was not here.
Yeah, I was talking to Nelson, and he's like, "I'm going to send this box like 25 slabs, and like 8 of them are 9.9s."
Damn,
I haven't opened it. I haven't opened it. I have no idea what's in there. All I know,
that's a little tease, but he sends them like, yeah, here you go. And then I don't even think twice about it. I don't know when he plans on shipping them. And then when I was talking to him at Heroes, he goes, "So when do the slabs go up?" I go, "Oh, in October." He goes, "Shit." I'm like, "No, that's fine, dude." Like I didn't realize he was sending them then. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
It worked out good. Now Rob doesn't have to worry about organizing as much stuff at the last minute.
Yeah, it's just it came while I wasn't here. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, my son was not traveling with us because he has a job and had to work. So I was able to, as soon as I saw it delivered on the doorbell cam, I texted him and said, "Hey, get out of your room and go pick up the goddamn package and bring it into the house."
There you go.
Then he didn't do it. So then I had to call him and say, "Hey, when I text you, read your text." So then he read my text that told him to go out.
Speaking of reading text, I got to roll out, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, you Autobot.
Yeah.
Take it easy, brother.
Roll out. Like I'm more like a ludicrous.
Hop along.
Autobot.
We're gonna roll out. Yes. Roll them out.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what all's in there. That'd be cool.
Yeah. No, I'll talk to you later. We'll schedule something.
We should do it on the IG page.
Well, we can probably figure a way to make it do that too.
Yeah, that would be cool because there's a lot of people that follow that IG page.
Mm-hmm.
Just that, you know.
Yeah, no, we can broadcast it to multiple things.
Okay. Yeah, there's a BTC exclusive right there.
Yep, Miko.
That was one of the, I believe that was one of the gold member box exclusives, limited to 500, if I'm not mistaken, or it might have just been in one of those as one of the extra books that they add to them.
Well, I also got my last box of CBCS shit came the other day.
Very last one, huh?
Gone but not forgotten.
I forgot that I had even sent the shit to CBCS.
Gone and forgot.
Yeah, gone forgotten.
It's some OA. It's all OA stuff. That was graded, or not graded, but art labeled. So, but it's that time of the year. It's that time of the year to start to fire it up. That infamous C3. October will be here before you know it.
Yeah, it's getting closer every day.
So, it's a good time to start looking through your stuff and going, what would I like to donate for Comic Screen Cancer this year?
I need to start looking at. I'm gonna get Mom to do another cover. I think a blank cover. Maybe something else. I can find a signature book I've got signed. Maybe we'll see. Hey, Tim.
You just let me know if we can do anything on church, buddy.
Thank you, Austin.
I know JSS wants to be on. He's got some stuff he wants to give away, and so there's a lot of stuff that can go on.
Cool.
It was good seeing him this year too. Bleak, you have to come to HeroesCon. We've talked.
I do, brother. I do. I think it's going to be next year. That's actually I'm going to try and make a goal of doing it.
Well, if you're gonna be there, then I'll be there next year.
I think you were going to be there.
You were going to be there anyway, Rob. We don't.
But I appreciate the solidarity, man. I appreciate it.
I'm starting to make you feel good about yourself.
All right,
It's a big undertaking, though, for someone like from where I am to go there. It's a big undertaking, and
It's a long way to travel, and then you got to come to another country. Yeah,
I'm not a very good I don't travel well. I don't know. I'm like a shut-in pretty much these days. So
have you thought about heavy tranquilizers and being shipped?
That actually is right up my alley. Heavy tranquilizers. So. being shipped.
I traveled with a colleague at an old job one time to a we were supposed to be traveling to a show, and she didn't fly well, and so she would take like the Ambien and whatever to fly, and she took it was like 30 minutes before our flight or something. She took it, and then our flight ended up getting delayed because they didn't have a crew. The full crew wasn't there, and by the time the fucking plane was ready for us, man, I was practically carrying her onto the fucking plane. It was so ridiculous.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it's about getting on the plane and off the plane, and flying isn't really a big deal. It's the not knowing where I am, being in a weird place, being really uncomfortable. That's really
her thing was something different, but
I get real. I don't know. I get real anxiety for some weird, stupid reason. It's dumb. I'll get over it.
I've always been that way, kind of where I don't like staying anywhere but home. Like I'll go hang out in somewhere, but I'm going home at the end of the night.
Yeah.
I completely feel that.
You know why? Because there's fucking people out there in the world.
That's true. That's a fucking.
And the more people you're around, the more you're gonna realize they're fucking stupid.
They're just awful. Yeah.
Unless they're Cliff, in which case they're wonderful.
I've actually met Cliff in real life, and it's very nice to meet.
And he's wonderful and a delight, isn't he?
He is wonderful and a delight, actually.
I'm still mad at Cliff.
Well, I'm mad at Cliff too, because he's a fucking ray of sunshine that fucking brightens my day and makes me want to be a better man.
I'm staring off into the abyss, and you mentioned I'm a ray of sunshine. Thank you. TM is mad because I still haven't been to Prince Edward Island. But
he came to Canada, and he's just like, "You're too far. In Canada, you're too far. I'm in Canada, but you're too far."
As I'm in Canada, another 6 or 7 hours away. It's too much. However, I will tell you this, my friend. My mother befriended a couple at church, and they have a summer home that they are currently in Prince Edward Island.
Where at? Is it in?
That place is tiny. So once I'm actually in Prince Edward Island, over the one bridge to get there, I'm pretty sure I can find you.
Are they in Cavendish?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's right. Cliff could just go there. He's going to just yell out his name. Hey, nerdy, where are you?
Yeah,
I will yell it out.
I will hear it.
He will.
That's right.
I mean, it was great. I'm like, Bleeker, I'm in some parking lot. Where are you? Everything looks the same here. I was like, and I can see the adult store. He's like, I'll come right out. And then it's camera to camera as we approach each other.
Yeah. I live in a real nice, ritzy area of town, let me tell you. Right across from the porn store. It's fantastic.
Listen, I think it's very handy. Number one. Number two, the pharmacy is also nearby. There's a clinic nearby. Like my lower income areas over here where I live in the lower upstate New York region, we do not have that level of accessibility. That level of accessibility is not
he's got
in place.
A clinic, a pharmacy, and a sex store all nearby. Bleeker, are you in the red light district?
I'm gonna tell you, bro. You know what? We don't have groceries.
I thought you were going to say a title loan store.
Actually, so wait, you don't?
We got a money mart, absolute money mart
Matt.
all over the fucking place.
Hey, Matt, at least $3 generals on one corner.
You gotta have at least 3 and a Dollar Tree.
And yes, Rob, if you must know, the tent district and the red light district are very similar, very close.
You have to have 2 subways though, Mark. One of them is referred to as the good subway.
The good subway.
Yeah. AR, we will go and see Anna Green Gables. Don't you worry.
Green Gables, Anna Green Gables. Oh,
yeah,
that's where it's like it's all her stories. Anna Green Gables is Canada's Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Okay. Real person, real stories turned into this legacy saga to be told generation after generation. You know, my Uncle Alan and his then wife, I mean, she's passed away. They went there for the Anna Green Gables tour. I want to say like 10 years ago or more. And they were like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. And just so you know, because you know a little bit about who I am, I would have been just as excited for you if you had told me you did the Little House on the Prairie tour. I would have been like, wow, I'm really glad I didn't live in that era, and that's about it. I was like, wow, that's cool. But
I want to roll down the hill like the first scene, like like the little sister. Like, look, all right, somebody film me. I'm rolling down the.
No, do you know what I want? Hill. I want to take a bitch in a wheelchair who I hate and shove her off the side of that freaking hill. That's what I want. That's what I want.
I also really Half Pint grew up to be really pretty, so just saying. I don't know.
And also, Nelly turned out to be a much less of a bitch in the later seasons.
That's true. That is true.
You know, she actually grew up a little, which was refreshing.
I actually read those books. My mom got those books for me when I was a kid. And of course, we watched the show. I wasn't allowed to watch anything that didn't have Michael Landon in it, pretty much.
Wow, Highway to Heaven must have been amazing for you.
Yeah, lots of that.
That actress that played Nellie, though, she did her job so good that, she said she used to get attacked by people in public.
Yeah.
She was an absolute.
Well, you know, for starters, girl, don't wear your hair the same way in public. That's not the problem.
Yeah, no shit.
You know,
hey, they learned that in wrestling, Cliff. Don't wear the same outfit or hairstyle when you're not wrestling. It's a bad guy.
Yeah. Yo, when you see, oh my God, Liam Neeson in public. He looks like a homeless painter. All right. That man knows how to do incognito. Paul Rudd is also good at incognito, but not perfect because, sometimes he'll have to get a haircut for a movie or something and that'll ruin the whole thing. But completely laid back Paul Rudd, you would not know. You're just like, who's that guy in a tie-dye shirt, shorts with his like hobbit feet out and long, super curly hair, Cliff wants to push people in a wheelchair off of a cliff. Only villains who are in wheelchairs.
That's what we heard today.
Are you going to push me off a cliff, Cliff?
What's that?
No, just a regular cliff, not a cliff.
Oh my God, my super villain name, The Cliff. And then I appear with a cliff to knock people off of. And then when my greatest weakness is fighting people who can fly.
or people with a safety net.
Yeah.
No, because then I would just remanifest the cliff again to knock them off another one.
What if they were wearing a harness?
They were both
Same trick. I'd remanifest the cliff and cut the harness, and again. I'm hinging all of this on my ability to supernaturally manifest a cliff at whatever location I want.
Right.
And
right.
at will, obviously. Like,
yes.
All right.
And I was like, when did that become a Valley of Cliffs? That was during Cliff's greatest super battle.
The Valley of Cliffs. Oh, Jesus, that's awesome.
The Valley of Cliffs emerged with Cliff's battle against the evil monarchs. All of them were flying motherfuckers. Cliff came with a backpack of firepower and manifesting cliffs all along the way.
Madam, Jesus.
That would be the most visually stunning, stupid story I could ever possibly write.
Yeah. All right, boys. I gotta get to work. Yeah.
Rob, you're more than welcome to hang out and chill if you're planning on staying, but I'm about to
I got no work today. Today's holiday.
Oh man.
Cliff, what did you see? I think it was overnight, Cliff, that PKJ went live and posted a video. October 7th, they moved all the Midnight Marvel titles to the same release day, and they're not going to release any other books that day except for the the 3 Midnight books.
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, he said that the marketing is actually getting behind it and they're pushing hard. His statement was that upon scripts being turned in, everyone's kind of aligning on it, that they're all happy and stuff with it. I think it's a little bit of a double-edged sword. It didn't work out for DC with the Future State thing when they took away all the other toys and said, if you want to play with our toys, you're allowed to play with these ones only. But the idea of the marketing coming together and deciding to actually work to promote something, that's good. But only releasing your Midnight titles, I think that
no, because Mark, Future State replaced all the main titles for what, 2 months?
2 months, yeah.
Right. That was a bad idea. This is replacing your main titles in one day. So one day, one Wednesday is going to be all Midnight comics.
But it's just 3 books.
It doesn't matter. At least it's going to be like a laser focus. And also they clearly have greater intention with this, because just because they assembled this as a response to Absolute, in my opinion,
that's not an opinion, that's a fact.
Does it mean I know, but I don't have a tangible fact to share. I just have a very strong opinion to share. So obvious, it seems obvious that that's the intent. But yeah, I think giving it one day,
bro, he stated in that same video that he's already turned in 50 issues, the script for 50 issues.
Good.
No, not good. That's crazy because of how he writes, for one. That I don't, because this is just talking about the Spider-Man. This ain't talking about Benjamin Percy's Fantastic Four, which I'm excited for. It's not talking about Hickman's.
It's just talking about his X-Men.
Just his Spider-Man. But turning in 50 issues, that's like 4 years worth of shit. Like without taking into consideration directions changes, if the characters not interact with each other.
Ability to edit exists.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of crazy to commit. But can you imagine how much time you just spent figuring out over 4 years worth of shit that you might not even get past issue 6 before?
Like, do that with Absolute? Didn't he say he had everything already wrote?
No. He does not have. He does not. He did not turn in scripts for 4 years worth of stuff.
Listen, I don't mind.
Snyder said that they have the ability. They have the ability to keep this going for as long as they want.
Okay,
but
I knew it was something.
Yeah,
like that.
PKJ turned in scripts, and he said he's already working on the next ones. That seemed a little odd to me because, like with Snyder and stuff, Snyder is the actual architect of the Absolute Universe. PKJ is the writer of a title for the dark stuff. You know what I mean?
No, he is the architect. If you read the interviews, everyone talks about how he brought them on board. Actually, no, wait, it's Jonathan Hickman who's the architect for this. Okay, but anyhow, I'm not surprised. I think all of them have 50 issues. He's probably the only one who actually just put it out there.
No, You know that you like think about his body of work with like War World, War Journal, Hulk. He's like a massive, long format writer, and that's what he was talking about. Like, so I'm curious how that'll play in with the other people there as well, because it's Hickman, Percy, and him starting it off, and then in January, February, and March, it looks like they announced expanded titles with Doctor Strange, Submariner, and Iron Man.
Listen, I have faith with a man with a plan. So I think they might have something good in this, and hopefully it'll have a different ripple effect than DC. DC made its core strong, and Mark, you actually talked about this, so I'll give you credit for that. DC made its core strong and expanded into absolute, right? And Marvel has really been crapping the bed, not entirely as some people would have you think, Bruce, but as they've been crapping the bed, perhaps this will be introduced as something new and strong and ripple into their titles.
I haven't read it yet, but I've been hearing good things about the Avengers.
Yeah, with the what do you call it? The whole like, I don't know. I think momentum has a lot to do with how good something like an initiative will play out or not. So they have a massive hurdle to climb, and I'm kind of wondering how much of like, because the absolute universe, the whole premise is it's made of dark side, so everything is inherently bad, and there's good actors in an inherently bad world kind of thing. The main universe is inherently good, and there's evil people you have to thwart along the way. That's what's different about absolute. With the Marvel Midnight stuff, it's just all right. X-Men are vampires, and Spider-Man's going to be
but we are going to find out what its foundation is.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm wondering how you brought it to that. I'm wondering what its core is going to be, kind of thing.
I have a feeling the core may actually be rooted in Dracula.
That's not a bad idea. Like knowing that the X-Men are like the X-Men cover looks like a DC versus vampire cover. Like, and I'm wondering how much longevity that'll have, because those events, DC does them. Like you have Dark Knights of Steel, DC versus Vampire, DC. You have these Elseworld events, and they run them for a volume, and then they give them some room to breathe. Then they run them for a volume and give them some room to breathe, because it's a gimmick. They're super fun Elseworlds. They're incredibly good. We were talking about it within the last week, Cliff. Deceased brought me to tears, bro. Brought me to tears.
Yeah.
That Alfred moment, like,
yep.
But I'm wondering how long you can run something if they choose to go gimmicky with it and just do ongoing gimmicky. I'm wondering how much longevity that has for a wide audience.
DC is done though.
Yes.
There's 3 main volumes and then 2 spin-offs.
Yep, the Unkillables.
Yep.
And then the web and the web first series the day of kind of thing when the virus hit.
That's the one I'm currently on. I read up to the most recent one, the War of the
Undead Gods.
There we go. I haven't read that one yet.
That one's you're gonna be like, holy shit, they finished this strong. Yeah. When I say they finish it, dude, Tom Taylor's specialty is Elseworld.
Oh, I know. Especially what was it? What's the game? Injustice. His Injustice was so freaking good, And that was the first example of release 12 issues, let it breathe, release 12 issues, let it breathe. He did a remarkable job of making this video game story a very tangible place in the multiverse.
And that could have been on y'all's list now that you bring that up, Cliff. That would have been.
It could have been, but Izzy was so pissed that I brought homosexuality to the list that he had to attack me through the use of Mark Waid. Madam, I'm just being funny. Don't worry.
Okay, my God. I was about to get all that.
He had to attack me through the use of Mark Waid to distract me from my homosexual agenda, that bastard.
What did you try to bring up? Earth 69?
No, Earth 12025 with Hercules and Wolverine are lovers, and their son Scotty.
I just imagine that their chest hair gets tangled up with each other, and it's a bad experience for both of them.
Braiding experience.
Oh no, we're stuck.
For the Elseworlds, but yeah, for the Dark Knights of Steel, like it was what, like 2 years ago before it came out, and like it came out, and now they're coming out with the second part.
Volume 3 is coming out, right?
Yeah, and that I read the first volume. I was able to get the single issues. Somebody sent them to me, and that is fantastic read. I can't wait to read more.
And then All Winter Special, which what a twist to that. That was fantastic with Deathstroke and young Constantine, Alec, Mr. Freeze. That was crazy. Now I'm excited for this new one because in the back of the All Winter you have the Riccardo Federici I guess you'd call it a backup story, but it was the origin of Aquaman and how he was picked up by the Kents on the battlefield and stuff. And you got Black Manta and the Atlanteans are rising. So we've had these kingdoms and these factions, but they're adding in the one that no one's known is there, like with the Atlanteans. So I'm pumped for that. Aquaman's the big addition to the next volume.
You know what? I can't wait for it. Like, it got announced a while back, and I'm still waiting for it to become available for pre-order and all that. Is that Teen Titans that's led by Red Hood? I'm low-key excited for that and stuff, just because I'm a Teen Titans fan. I'm interested to see where it goes.
Are they going to show up in New Titans first? I think that's the deal.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that they just did the official announcement and solicits for that. Legion of Superheroes and Doom Patrol is the next level titles.
I'm definitely getting Doom Patrol.
Dude, Robot Man is being drawn like a large character. Like his robot body is big. It makes him actually look strong, and it looks.
What do you guys think of this Bad Seeds thing? You think it's a little bit too long?
I don't know how long
Bad Seed.
The Batman main Batman book story
it's
arc
gonna be like 3 months long.
Oh, that's just 3 issues. That ain't a big deal.
No, but they're going to have all these. You've seen all the books connected to it. They're going to have.
Well, I mean, the shit that happens in the characters that they're in Gotham, of course, but you don't have to read all of them. That ain't how these things typically play.
Yeah, well, that one I didn't really want to read. They're like in the ER or something. I'm like, I don't know if I want to read that. But I'm gonna check out the Batman, and like, I don't know that you have to. Do you think you'll have to like
Poison Ivy, maybe?
Yeah, like maybe not. I don't think Harley I'm gonna have to read. So.
No, you'll probably just like the main, like I'm assuming, because this is how it typically goes, is you'll have like if it's Batman, then Detective Comics, and then but the other ones are just what are these characters doing while that's happening, kind of thing. And
yeah,
and I don't
like Blood Hunt was like that. Like
if something happens, they're just like, yeah, this happened in blah 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 issue. Go check that out, and they give you kind of like an understanding. It's like, oh, that happened. Yeah. All right, I can move past that.
Tie-ins most of the time. It's not like the best example is Dark Knights of Steel Death Metal, how there were 7 issues of that, and there was all the tie-ins. The tie-ins were not tie-ins. They were legitimate next issues that if you did not read them, you're like, did I miss a month or something? What happened? That's not the normal case. So I'm hoping that that's how this will be, where it's like read it to get extra or don't read it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I have no intentions on buying and reading all those Batman books I don't give a shit about.
Hey, I like
Batgirl, Harley.
Way to save the time of your life.
Nightwing is great. If you've not read it, you should.
Dude, everyone's praising it. Yeah, I give it. I point that out every Tuesday. I'm just not. I don't. It's nothing against Nightwing. He's just not one of the characters I care to keep up with in that detail.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has their characters.
Mm-hmm.
I did get my latest Batman.
Yeah.
And Superman. I like this cover of that.
Oh, dude, I'm loving that series so much.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, that's a good example, Matt, how they're doing the Reign of the Superboys thing there.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to read Unlimited. You don't have to read Supergirl. Just read what you want to read.
But
and
it's fun to read them all.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you want to. Supergirl book ain't it for me. I've tried it a couple times. I've tried again with the Reign of Superman thing.
Yeah.
And Superman Unlimited just pisses me off. Like, Dan Slott needs to go out get. Because it sucks, man. It's terrible.
No, it has been so good when he finally decided to stick to a John storyline. You know, dude, I was ready to give the book up. I seriously was like, okay, I'm done with this. And then Reign of the Superboy started. And I said, well, I have to pick it up. Reign of the Superboy.
That's what I did.
Right. And I thought that was so good. I thought that was an actually interesting starting point.
The first issue in the Reign of the Superboy, I liked a lot. And I reviewed it as like the best issue since issue 1. Like, I really liked it a lot. Then we get to the second issue, and as soon as Crypto growled at him, like, fuck this book.
He growled at who exactly?
Young John Kent.
Right. And why would he do that?
Because it's not young John Kent.
Right. And why wouldn't you want to play through and see how this works?
Because I don't give a fuck about not John Kent.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like it's not about the dog barking at him, it's about John Kent.
Anyhow, yeah, I love that there's a little bit of a sweet kid in there, even though he's also a monster who would just, beat people over the head.
So the Tomorrow Man thing, I wanted to check out who's it going to be. It was kind of corny what they did. Like I'm tired of. All right, that Superman book that Matt just showed is why I have no more patience at all with this bullshit with John Kent. Like I'm a John Kent fan. I'm a Superboy fan, and DC has no business not just handing him to Joshua Williamson and saying fucking fix it.
Oh my gosh, Mark, you sound like someone I heard say these exact same things that absolutely wasn't you months ago. Who could that be? Who said this exact same thing months ago? It's on the it's me.
Yeah. But dude, I've been the most patient fan when it comes to John Kent. I defended the age up. I ride out on everything with it. Like there's no way they're going to fumble it for this long. It's Superman's son, and they continue to fumble him. The Secret Six book, I was hyped for. Maybe this will be something for dumb. Now they put him on the Titans. I'm like, finally, this is where characters go to grow, and then maybe that's where it'll happen. Is in the Titans book. The first step they need to do is call him Superboy. Quit with this stupid Superman 2 thing, or his name's John Kent. But
Superman 2.
You know what I'm saying? Like he can't be Superman. This is Superman.
By the way,
this is not.
By the way, I can live with multiple people sharing a name. When Wildcat and his son Wildcat were on the JSA, I didn't care. If you've got Batman in Gotham and
we've got two Spider-Men
elsewhere, I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
They've actually started slowly. So Marvel's kind of smart with this. They know that the fan base for Miles is the younger audience. Even with the cartoon series, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Yeah,
Miles is not called Spider-Man. He's been called Spin
which is horrific.
For years, though. Stay with me here. He's been called Spin for years to an audience that grew up hearing that. And it wasn't like 2 months ago now that they finally put that in a book one time. They are integrating his name to be Spin.
I hope it crashes and absolutely burns. Okay. I know a lot of people who are real pissed as soon as somebody called him Spin for half a second on one page of an issue.
Yeah. People crashed out.
First of all, like, why do we just assume everyone's stupid? Stop treating people like you're stupid and they won't remain stupid. 2 people can be named Spider-Man. There could be 2 Spider-Mans out there.
There can, but it's just there can be 2 Spider-Mans. There can be 2 of anything, but it comes from an area of lack of creativity for the most part. And
it's like nobody in society shares a name with anybody.
Yeah,
I've only ever met one Mark.
There's no phone books anymore. Come on now.
I was just thinking about renaming my channel Rob's Fat Sacks of Comics. No one will get it confused when people are talking about videos.
True. Not with that mustache.
But there is like people who just come in, like, and I will shout out Mark's video. Go check out Mark's video from 2 years ago talking about Supergirl. But there's people today, like I was talking to somebody and then they were like, yeah, I loved when Supergirl showed up in Reign of Superman and that. I was like, well, that wasn't Supergirl. Well, it looked like her, so that was her. I was like, well, no, it was Matrix and that it was a shapeshifter.
It was a Supergirl, that's for sure.
Yeah, but
even when they try to address her after Superman Batman, they gave her first ongoing, immediately she goes, imagine I get to Earth and I find out, okay, I'm not the first girl who showed up here. But then I find out I'm not even the first one who knew the name Supergirl.
But my point is that people that don't know the history and that they look at it and they're like, well, that's just her. Like even with her in the skateboard when it's Linda Danvers, that's not like they're like, oh, I don't know why Supergirl's skateboarding and that she can fly and stuff. Well, before she got the power, she was a skateboarder.
Let's see here.
Helen Slater the first Supergirl on camera?
Yeah,
on camera. Yeah. Now, I want to say this: are these people that you think will return to reading a comic book? Yes or no?
Yeah, these are people that are in this comic community for like the last 3 years.
But will they return to reading those comic books? Yes or no?
Probably not, because they're not
and
really
that's
that big of a DC thing.
There's an expression in Spanish that I don't know how to translate into English very well, but it basically comes down to remain a dumbass. That's what it comes down to. And you know what? And TM, don't feed them. Just do not feed them. just don't bother.
No, I talked to the person in that.
If they cannot handle a nuanced conversation about, oh, that's one specific iteration of Supergirl, then they may not be worth the rest of your time.
But my point is, like, and that, like, it's a long running, and that she had the same name as Supergirl, so people that were just coming in were a little bit confused, right? Like, the confusion will happen if you continuously name your character the same character, right?
Like, look at the Flash family. I think that's the biggest offender when you had Wally and the main Flash wearing the same.
You got Wally, Barry, and Jay. They're very unique.
No, that's the thing, Cliff. When you had Wally and Barry after Jeff Johns' rebirth, when he brought Barry back, and they're wearing the same fucking costume.
It's just a glaring example of how Jeff Johns is not perfect, but continue.
Yeah, they have the same costume, same name. Then all they simply did was just change the way that their costume cut out over their nose was. Like, this isn't going to work. And what have they done? They've essentially just spotlight one at a time now. Like, Wally front and runs a book. Barry's like just being a human. Like, it's just
he's also being the multiverse historian at the moment, which is a unique thing for him. But again, if like DC
lazy.
editorial,
This is a side effect of laziness.
You're absolutely right. That's laziness. I'm like, if editorial did editorial things, somebody would be safeguarding what Barry is doing right now. You know,
not just that, they would have made a simple thing like, hey, if you're going to have two Flash, you are required to put Wally's hair back out, period. That's like his iconic look that made him look like Wally. Like, from the time he was Kid Flash, even later in like the more recent stuff, when he had the dark red costume with the instead of like gold, he had the silver. He still had his red hair out. Like, that's what separates him visually. He just had a moment's notice kind of thing. Like, little things like that are what just blow my mind. Green Lantern makes sense. That's like saying it's a cop. It's a cop. It's a Green Lantern. It's a Green Lantern. But outside of that, I just think it's lazy.
Yeah, details matter, you know.
They do, especially in a visual medium like that.
People appreciate them. They see them subconsciously or not, you know.
I was gonna say, I think John uniquely stands out from Superman.
Let's see.
Bring back the Super Sons.
Yeah.
Maybe if she was Power Girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
$2 super chat. Hey, we learned from Cliff and Izzy that Sydney Sweeney is actually the perfect casting for anything.
That was not me.
Really?
But that's to make sure that the world knows that Aaron Taylor Johnson is the perfect casting for just about anything.
Anybody, yeah. I wouldn't disagree with that. I'm an Aaron Taylor Johnson fan. I want to see him as James Bond. Yeah,
I do. I would rather see Sydney Sweeney as James Bond girl.
Yeah, well, obviously.
No.
Why not? I mean, Denise Richards was a nuclear scientist on a James Bond.
What was her name? Christmas or something?
You know
Christmas
what I mean?
Jones.
Like, come on.
Christmas Jones.
And the fact we all remember her name.
Yeah.
I was looking for her name tag, but
the whole movie.
You know, I had a very Merry Christmas watching her. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm about to hop off here, guys. I'll let y'all, Rob, take it from here. I'm going to catch up with the kids. The pin's up. The monkey's still passed. I'm about to go get her out of bed.
Just kill it, buddy.
Just go.
All right, we're going to kill it. I'll see y'all tonight at 9 p.m. on In the Mix. The Post Heroes show for there too. That'll be a fun one. Peace.